even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
Empower.
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like saddling up and chasing down.
Look at that sweet moolah!
That big old cash cow.
Look at all that money!
File with TaxSlayer Simply Free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. Simply Free is available to a limited number of taxpayers. See taxslayer.com for eligibility.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. Classes start March 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
We've all got a thing. Yeah, even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. Oklahoma has hired Senior Bowl Executive Director and former NFL scout Jim Nagy as its next football general manager. His responsibilities will include roster building, player evaluation, recruiting, and compensation. And in college baseball, Portland Pilots senior pitcher Ryan Rembiz became one of 37 pitchers in Division I history to throw a perfect game when Portland beat Seattle 8-0 last night. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue electric, plumbing, and air.
Looking for the best craft beers, wine, and mead in Greenville? Visit Tub Thumpers Beverage House at 623 Red Banks Road. They're your one-stop shop for a unique selection of local brews, fine wines, and handcrafted meads. They also have your favorite domestic beers at great prices. Whether you're stocking up for a special occasion or just exploring new flavors, they've got something for every taste. With expert advice and great prices, Tub Thumpers is the place to find the perfect drink for any occasion. Stop by Tub Thumpers Beverage House today, where your next favorite drink is waiting. Warm up with our winter savings at the Beaufort Hotel. Plan your winter escape and save up to 20% off. The premier vacation destination on the Crystal Coast is nestled on 10 acres and overlooks the Rachel Carson Reserve, home to 30 wild horses. Discover why Beaufort was named the best small town for adventure by USA Today when you stay at the Beaufort Hotel, where your Outer Banks adventure begins. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple-authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Aces for Autism, a nonprofit, is here to provide opportunities for individuals with autism and their families, a place of hope, joy, and success. Whether it's helping a child make their first sound or preparing a young adult for vocational opportunities, we provide support where it wasn't available before. You can help us support families by supporting Aces for Autism's Team Together campaign. There are many ways to participate, such as buying a brick or sponsoring a room. To learn more about our state-of-the-art facility, visit acestogether.com.
Don't let the urge to sing along to that catchy tune distract you from that truck drifting toward your lane or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. That drives me insane. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 120 top safety awards since 2006 because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't get you. Hyundai vehicles have won over 120 IHS top safety awards from 2006 to 2024, and that is why you should get yourself a Hyundai. Susie Schuster in for Rich Eisen. Rich is making his way to Indianapolis as we speak. And guys, we cannot have this show on the Roku Sports Channel without taking a minute to say thank you to Diana Taurasi. And I say that as the new executive producer and the new co-host of Women's Sports Now, which is coming to you on Roku. It's going to be great. The first show ever devoted to women's sports. And I can't wait to be a part of it. And a lot of that is about Diana Taurasi. She retires after 20 WNBA seasons, 3 titles, 6 Olympic golds, and by the way, spent her entire career with the Mercury. That is sick. And she also took UConn to 3 straight national titles from 2001 to 2004. And then the Mercury took her to number 1 in the 2004 WNBA draft, and she's been winning ever since. But she's a leader. She's a GOAT. I so appreciate the intensity of which she played and the fact that she brought physicality. And I know you'll say Cheryl, and I love Cheryl Miller, and there's a lot of other strong women who play for the WNBA. But for a mom of a baller, she showed people what it meant to bring physicality. Gito Oriyama had a great quote. He said, "It's a life that's a novel, a movie, a miniseries, a saga. It's the life of an extraordinary person who I think had as much to do with changing women's basketball as anyone who ever played the game." Diana Taurasi, I think you're the greatest. I hope that you will join us on our first show right here on Women's Sports Now on the Roku channel, because I think she is awesome. And she really did single-handedly change the game of women's basketball. So we give you your flowers and we say thank you for an incredibly, incredibly impactful career. I mean, TJ, you love the WNBA. Mm-hmm. You like the association. Mm-hmm. Can you think of someone else? You mentioned Cheryl Miller, obviously, and I have kudos and so much love and respect for Cheryl, but you say Diana Taurasi and you're like
WNBA though.
But you say Diana Taurasi and you just think tight bun on top of her head and baller, correct?
Well, Taurasi was also the type who talked a lot of trash. Like, she wasn't out there to make friends. She was out there to bust your ass and put up 20 and win basketball games. And so when I think about her, that's what I think of, like an ultimate competitor, someone who would get down and dirty and tell you about yourself, and
yeah.
And she always seemed to be having fun, though, too, on top of all that, which is also the worst, Chris, when you used to play, when somebody's out there just busting you up.
And then they're kind of laughing at you
while they're doing it. Having fun. It's like there's nothing worse, because you can't out trash talk her, and you can't stop her on the court.
And you can't outplay her, yeah. We were talking about this yesterday. Mount Rushmore, female basketball player?
100%. She's got to be.
Yeah, right?
She's got to be. I mean, the Olympics, college ball, WNBA. She made the all-WNBA first team 10 times. Was on the first or second team 14 times. It's all well and good to come into a league and have a couple years, but for her to play like Sue Bird, for her to play as long as these women did with such a high level of intensity and impact, she set the stage for aggressivity and for like playing with compunction. And again, as the mother of a daughter who is now learning to play more physically. And by the way, Rich is right. I almost threw down at a game recently because I got mansplained to. That's just a little side note. Excuse me, ma'am. This is after Taylor gets thrown to the ground and she's crying. And Taylor's tough. And for Taylor to cry in a game, and I call for an injury timeout because we have injury timeouts because it's an under 12 rec league. And the guy comes over and goes, "Ma'am, basketball is a physical game." And I saw red. I was like, and like, Chris, I never had a Boston accent. I never came out with one.
Right.
But I was like, "Are you mansplaining?" I saw red. I'm like, "I covered the NBA for 20 years. Did you play in it?" And I'm like, "You are not going to talk to me in front of my girls in a girls' league and mansplain to me about the physicality of basketball, I channeled my Diana Taurasi, and I let him have it.
Well, your number one got thrown to the ground, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Wait, what?
Slid that one in.
That was cute. Anyway, Diana Taurasi, we love you. We think you're the greatest, and this is an open invite to join us here in the Rich Eisen Show studios on Women's Sports Now. Sounds like an old ESPN thing. You know, ESPN starts now. That was a fun show, you guys. Christopher Russo's always great. Mark Schlereth, I thought, really brought the knowledge. Colleen Wolfe, I mean, we've already said she's adorable, and she's smart, and she knows everything there is to know about football. Tomorrow, Marshall Faulk, the birthday boy, joins us. I will ask him again, has Saquon Barkley's performance this year finally ended our running backs worth it conversation?
Oh, you mean the new Colorado running backs coach, Marshall Faulk?
Oh, my God. I can't wait to talk to him about. Can you imagine Warren Sapp, Deion Sanders, Marshall Faulk? I'd be all in.
Only 29% of the Earth's surface is land, which is not a lot. So if you want to see more of the world, you have to reframe the way you travel. Embark on an expedition cruise with National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions. Learn more alongside seasoned experts sailing aboard small ships made for exploring. Don't just see the world, see it differently. National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions. Visit natgeoexpeditions.com/cruises to learn more.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed Shane Winkler.
Every season during this time of year, you have coaches, especially from northern schools, begging to start the season in March. It's what our playing season is, and we roll with it. And we're fortunate enough that we can play home games in February, that we don't have to travel the first 5-6 weekends of the season like some others do. So we're blessed that we have the facilities and the support staff that allow us to get some home games in early.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Hey, Jared, how much of that cake you eat yesterday? How much did you eat? Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player. Pepe Le Pew. Little John.
What in the world?
This is why Cliff makes the big bucks. He's the king of Greenville. This is why right here, right?
He's a great communicator.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Please call in and air your underwear.
Bro, what are we doing here?
Bro.
Just a bunch of dudes sitting in a room talking into sticks, man.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Day of the year so far in 2025. Weather-wise, it is beautiful. And it is a great day for baseball at Clark LeClaire Stadium, East Carolina. Getting ready to take the field, and we will keep you up to date on everything going on right down the road during this 3 hours on Pirate Radio Live on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250. We're on 930. We are available at pr927fm.com, the new and improved website. A lot of content there, and a ton over at Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, including all of our local shows like the Brian Bailey Show, the Danny Beal Show, the Holton Ahlers Show, the Parker Bird Show, the Greg Hudson Show. It's all there for you. Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. You can watch this program as well and be a part of the show. What is on your mind? How you feeling about baseball today as East Carolina tries to snap a 3-game losing streak? Get back on the winning side of things. 4-game losing streak, says the man to my left. I forgot about Campbell. Never forget about Campbell. All right, coming up on today's show, K-Dub, Ken Watlington, WNCT Channel 9 will join us live inside the Pirate Radio studios. His UNCW Seahawks continue to win and are looking great as they wrap up the regular season and head into the CAA tournament. We'll talk college basketball. Is East Carolina in his top 9 teams in the state of North Carolina? We will find out when Ken joins us later on in hour number 1. Hour 2, Jim Szoke will be on the program. You know him from the Carolina Panthers. You know him as the voice of ECU football. And he called a basketball game on Sunday, an ECU win over UTSA. He'll be on the call again this Sunday when East Carolina takes on Charlotte We'll talk to Jim about basketball and a little football as well. We'll have those same two topics with Holton Ahlers in hour number 2, and also Phil Harris, assistant football coach at J.H. Rose, and brought back the wrestling program to Rose. We'll talk some wrestling and football coming up in hour 3 with Phil Harris. Along the way, we'll talk Pirate baseball as they are in their home white pinstripes on this Wednesday. Shirley Rhodes is here. Will is here, a.k.a. Billy Flows, a.k.a. Bill F. And also, we got left side.
Strong side, baby. Call me Gilligan, because I'm on a 3-hour tour.
Okay, coming in hot today. I didn't know if you were like ready for the fourth quarter a moment ago, or you had joined the Four Horsemen when you flashed the 4, but you were referring to the losing streak.
Yeah, people forget about Bowie's Creek.
Yep.
People forget about Campbell and the curse there, but it happened, and so did the sweep against Carolina. But it's a new day, and it's right here at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and I think that Alex Boucher is going to have a revenge game against his old team, the Old Dominion Monarchs.
That is your pick to click?
My pick to click is Alex Boucher, or as the announcer in Durham calls him, Bouchie. Anthony Bouchie. We have not discussed that on the air, me and Bone, but...
Actually, Jared did.
Oh, he did.
Yep.
We were supposed to do it together, but I guess whatever.
I was going to, and I am going to talk about how glad I am to have you here. But that is just another reminder of you not being here every day. That you're missing out on the show lore, the topics, everything we've discussed.
We talked about it all weekend. We were like, hey, we're going to talk about this on the air. And I guess he just said, you know what? I want to do it without Sean. That's okay.
Were you here when we played the PA announcer the other day?
The PA announcer?
Yeah, in the basketball game for Prairie View.
No.
God, man, you're missing like a show lore. You like our bits. Shirley, can you hit that real quick?
Bush, he'll stop and spot for the three-point shot. Looks good, yeah.
Bush shooting at 50% from the three-point line tonight.
He's still going.
He's still going. He is still going.
That sounded like me at the Battle of the Bulldogs last night.
Hey, tell us about it.
Teachers win over the students.
Teachers, leave those kids alone.
Teachers, leave those kids alone.
So what was it?
The Battle of the Bulldogs at CMEPS Middle School. It's a fundraiser every year. I was able to do the PA for this event last year. I did it last night.
The official PA announcer for Battle of the Bulldogs. Add that to the LinkedIn.
Add that to the resume. And, yeah, it was a great time. Great competition, great competitiveness, physicality. And the teachers, I want to say they won last year, and I'm going to say they won last year. They're 2-0 against the students when I'm the PA for Battle of the Bulldogs. Now, they got some athletes on that teacher staff.
Who was the star of the game?
I don't remember their names.
That's why
I would just go 3-pointer.
Good stuff, John. How big a check you get for that?
Oh, man.
Big number?
Big old high five and a pat on the back.
And you know what? A round of applause.
It is my community service.
There you go. Chain Man serving the community. Woo! Oh, my goodness. I'm doing a real life heart eyeballs emoji right now. You know why? What about this? Am I doing a heart eyeballs emoji, Sean, about this game? What is it?
Man.
What is it, Sean?
I don't know, but Jaden Winter with a first pitch of the game strike. Let's see.
You can go ahead and include a second pitch, too. East Carolina playing Old Dominion. I'll answer it for you.
No, I got it.
What is it?
Home team's wearing white. The away team is wearing gray.
All white unis for the home team, all gray for the away team, like baseball is meant to be played.
this might be the only game this year where you actually get that.
And I'm going to enjoy it.
Because, like, the Old Dominion color scheme is very much so, like, in tune with the gray.
In tune. Sorry, Will. You got to remember that we are complete insane people.
By the way, Clip, they're ahead in Studio B.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Can I make a comment about the camera work on?
This is America, man. You can say whatever you want to.
Yep.
Okay, well, let me know when you guys see this fly ball.
We already have.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Well, that made it seem like a 450-foot home run.
I agree.
To center field when it was a medium depth cannon fly out.
Hey, Brett, you on the camera for this game? Hey, Brett. Get your stuff straight, kid.
Brett, I don't know if he was controlling the cameras the other night, but he knew where I was sitting, and he saw I was sitting with my best friend in the whole wide world.
Alec Makarevich.
Yes.
The Chandler to Raleigh rumors have cranked back up since Monday.
He's trying to get me to go there.
How much are they offering you in NIL?
I do not have to speak about that live on the radio.
You don't have to, but we're going to ask.
You can ask. Because this, once again, I'm going to say this. I feel like I'm going to say this a lot during this radio show. This is America, and you can do whatever you want to.
All right, Donald Glover.
And guess what? I don't have to answer any of your questions.
Okay, childish Gambino.
Oh, by the way.
White versus gray is beautiful, though. Will, you look like an old man, but you're...
Oh, my goodness gracious.
That ball is...
Foul.
Foul ball.
Long strike.
My goodness.
Will, you're an old-looking fella who is a young man. I think I'm pretty progressive as far as sports takes go, but one of my old man takes is white unis at home and gray on the road. What do you think?
As someone who played and got to wear a bunch of different, Yeah, Will
played baseball. Like, we all played baseball, dude.
I don't mean.
Well, I mean, like, I'm fresh. Like, I'm not even 12 months out of my
your
playing
career.
year.
12 months old.
But we had 4 or 5 different combinations that we used. I like it, but I think at the core of it, the home team should wear white pants and the gray team should wear gray pants or something gray to discern white or gray. Like I can
go with that.
Unis that UNC wore the other night, the powder blue. I love those, but there should be an element of traditional feeling to it, and I don't know how you would regulate that unless you widespread said white and gray, but I feel like teams can incorporate it some way.
All right. That was a long answer. Jamie in the YouTube chat says, hey now. Hey now. Baba booey.
Hey now.
Fa fa foo fa. Jerry says, hello. Hey, Jerry.
What's up, Jerry Bear?
Count the bell.
Kaz said, so what's the vibe check number, John?
I'm going to go 7.2.
By the way, this game was available on FanDuel. East Carolina minus 170 on the money line, minus 1.5 runs for plus 110.
I had somebody text me earlier and say, where's the respect for East Carolina baseball? I go on the ESPN app, I look up college baseball, and they're nowhere near there.
Great respect.
Ton of respect. Ultimate amount of respect.
Winter is coming, by the way.
Winter has came. It is
done and dusted. Winter is done and dusted.
Done and dusted.
Saw Hayden earlier today. She's out with J-Bo.
Oh, my God. I'm going to the ball game.
We should all do our Hayden impression.
Yeah, I thought we were
tough. Hey, I think Hayden might be my niece.
Hey, Zach.
So
I think Hayden was the tougher niece.
Hayden and Delaney are with J-Bone at Clark LeClaire. I don't care if ECU wins or loses today. All I want to see is that J-Bone in-game interview.
Boner out.
He's a great communicator.
Yes, he is. Shirley's on her game today. Shirley's feeling it over there in the green.
I feel like she's not over there a lot recently.
Shirley's got to actually produce the show today.
Instead of sitting in the doctor's office waiting to be seen.
Hey, you've trained them so well, Shirley. You can kind of put it on autopilot.
That's right.
So good for you. Steve says, "Hey yo,
Hey, yo.
do you know who that is, Will? Saying hey yo."
Scott Hall. Scott Hall.
Yeah.
The look on your face made me
I was
second guess.
surprised you got it. Well done.
I mean, I'm a wrestling fan.
All right. All right. We'll bring you in on some wrestling chats. We'll definitely talk college basketball with Will. Look at the slate tonight. Talk about what happened last night. Steve says, R.I.P. Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yes.
So I saw her picture, and I was like, man, where do I know her from?
If you ever watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you'd know.
Well, I didn't. I watched the movie with Christy Swanson. I think I know her as a child actor. She was in like Pete and Pete, The Adventures of Pete and Pete, and she's been in Law and Order. Like I looked at her filmography and TV work, and
she was in Gossip Girl too.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either.
Yeah,
but I
never
definitely
watched that.
recognize her, and it might be from when I was a kid and she was a kid. But
Well,
I
I
don't know.
mean, yeah, she's been acting since she was preteen, really. I think she started acting like 11, 12 years old, maybe. But I knew her as Buffy's sister Dawn in Buffy the TV series. That's where I recognize the actress from. But they don't suspect foul play, but they're not sure what exactly caused her death. But her in recent pictures, she did not look good.
Really?
I read that it was natural causes. That's what they were saying?
Yeah,
38-year-old women don't die of natural. If they do, Chandler, life
That's what I
expectancy
read.
has gone way down.
Yeah.
That's what I've read. I'm not saying that like she died. I'm not saying hey she died of natural causes. I'm saying I read that she died of natural causes.
And you're going to just roll with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've heard that she had like a liver transplant not too long ago.
You recognize her, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then that would explain. Unfortunately, I know too much about diseases of the liver. So if that's the case, then that would explain why she looked so frail and gaunt, like the last couple of months. She was pictured not too long ago, and she did not look healthy at all. And if that's the case, that she had a liver transplant, it could very well explain why she looked the way she did.
She was a beautiful gal. Michelle Trachtenberg, R.I.P. Jamie says, got to remember, Will, these guys are like a morning rush hour show. All the sound effects, all the time. Hit me some sound effects, Shirley. Go to hell. Thank you, Tommy.
There's a
Tuberville.
very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
Goes
very
left
low
side.
percentage.
Pull up. 8-footer short. Rebounded by Smith. Oh, hey. Well, he threw an elbow. He deserves it.
Go to your car with your car.
He deserves it. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
The amount of booze is crazy.
See you later. Go to your car.
The Tar Heels.
Oh, man. Did y'all see somebody said tar holes on the news?
Yeah,
recently?
not too long ago, yeah.
The Tar Heels.
It happened again?
It happened again. And the guy had to send out a formal apology.
I would have said, today, I do not
Come on,
apologize.
it's an honest mistake.
Is that what you say when people say Eastern Carolina?
No, they should actually send out a letter of apology.
Exactly.
Tar Heels. The Tar Heels.
I'm not a big
The Tar Heels.
Twitter warrior, but during the Temple game, I was sitting in my room and I'm listening to whoever their color guy is repeatedly in the first half say Eastern Carolina. So I tweeted at him, I'm like, yo, it's East Carolina, not Eastern.
He had a rough day.
And in the second half, at some point, I guess he saw my tweet or someone else's tweet and said, you know what? It's East Carolina. And
Will, you...
Hey, Bill Flo. Were you listening to Temple's radio?
No, it was ESPN Plus.
Gotcha.
Cheese ball. Will, I've never seen this side of you before. You're very conceited today.
First of all, you said as a baseball player.
Well,
and now you're saying you are the only person that recognizes it, and he's reading your Twitter feed.
He read my tweet.
I made the distinction that he could have seen my tweet or someone else's tweet.
The funny thing was he apologized after the last media timeout. There was like 3 minutes left. He was like, "Oh, and by the way, it's East Carolina." Like, dude, the game's almost over now.
That's nuts.
I appreciate it, but anyway. Jamie said not seeing ECU baseball on FanDuel. Well, the game started, Jamie, and they don't have live college baseball betting, I guess, on FanDuel, but they have other games. Are you saying I'm lying?
You calling him a liar?
He also said, why is AMAC not sitting watch state games? Jamie, you're having a rough start to the show. You need to pick it up.
Come on.
Dude.
What are you doing?
A burglary.
You're not being a great communicator today.
Participation is looking pretty good today.
Hey, man, you picking on me?
No.
You picking on me?
You pick on me?
I like being picked on.
All right. Did you say something about Kalinich probably about a week or so ago about like him being your guy?
No, but
I swear.
No, but I like him.
Brendan Manning is a big Braden Burris fan. If that's
there, that is true. Mully Man talked about Kalinich.
Okay, I thought maybe you had said something about I like Kalinich and he's my guy.
No,
he is very. I will say this: he is the character of the lineup.
Hold on, does this voice sound like me? Kalinich. No, he's a player.
I just closed my eyes for 3 seconds and I thought Mike Mullis was in.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kalinich's dad came by
today.
No, last week, and got some Pirate Radio. He likes our gear.
Yeah,
he's like, man, I love y'all stuff.
You know how Sowell's dad was on Twitter?
Yeah.
Kalinich's dad is just like, he is the baseball version of Chase Sowell's dad on Twitter.
He got 2 shirts, 2 hats. He chatted Ellerby and I up, talked about a lot of stuff. I was wearing a Fresno State hat and told him I was a hat guy. He said, oh, yeah, me too. Last night, he said, what size are you? I said 7.5. He said, you like any of these?
Y'all been texting, man.
And so I'm getting a fresh Angels fitted and 1982 Expos All-Star Game hat. That's cool. I haven't seen that before. That's really neat.
Wow.
So I'm excited about that.
Sweet.
So, me and Big Kalinich are boys.
Huge flex.
But Chandler, this is what we do, man. We get in with the families. Remember the regional? Chandler and I watched the regional in the parents section.
So much fun. Not just with the parents of the players. We were there with Cliff Godwin's mother. Like holding her hand, hugging her, praying with her.
Wyatt's mom was there.
Wyatt Lunsford Shinkman's mom was there. Luke Nowak's mom and dad was there.
Wilcoxon's family was standing beside me.
I want to say, Ryan McChrystal's dad was over there.
I saw Norby's dad
crew.
was standing by himself. Yeah, but I talked to him, and it was like we were, part of the team.
We were a part of the crew,
the bench warmers. So, hey, parents love us, man.
Get down, yeah. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Pirates get on the board with a run in the first inning.
Love to see it.
1-0 Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. Jamie said Sean should sit with Will. He's the baseball player in the former players' den.
Don't mean to toot my own horn. I was honorable mention in high school baseball.
When you were mentioned, it was honorably. What are you doing?
That's a swag pose. After you have a huge flex moment, you just kind of sit back like this.
So back in my day, boys, when we got a base hit, we stood on the base. and acting like we've been there before because we had.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I had a athlete's profile in the Sampson Independent when I was playing baseball. I don't mean to brag.
Come on, Sean.
Oh, John. When you got a base hit, did you do all this funky stuff? What did you do? You did not. What did you do? Did you do anything?
No, I was just
fist bump the first base coach.
My first base coach and
go on about
I kept
your
it
life.
classy, man. I kept it classy.
You are a classy guy. Will, what'd you do when you got a base hit?
I was a pitcher, so I was likely chirping the pitcher that gave up the hit.
When you strike a guy out, do you look at him a little bit?
A little bit for sure. In terms of
depends on the moment. If it was a big strikeout, yeah, I would do more than look, but it just depended on the moment.
What do you mean more than look? What would you do?
Would you do like that Louisville pitcher did that one time?
Oh no, no, I would have been removed from the Parkwood High School
field of play.
Team.
Is there any chance we could get video of you pitching?
I would have to get access to last year's film, which I don't know if I can, but I'll try.
They did film in baseball for y'all?
Yeah, we would look at.
Don't your parents or anybody got film?
My parents are live in the moment people. They never. I don't know.
You know what? That's how we should live.
I might have some from some. I'll have to find some.
All right. Yeah, I want to see it. All right, let's take a break. Oh my God, have we not talked about Steve Smith all week? Jamie wants to know what Sean thinks about the Steve Smith news. Also, I'm old, but I am aware of Mary Kate. It's been going around
Ashley?
Social media today. Who?
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
I'm aware of them, but that's not who I'm referring to. You know what I'm talking about?
Mary Kate?
Yeah. Dang, man, you ain't with it. You ain't hip.
I'm not.
Will,
with
you
the
know what I'm talking
times,
about?
man.
Will, you know what I'm talking about?
I've heard the basis of the story on TikTok.
Shirley, you know what I'm talking about?
Can't say that I do. I need some more context.
All right. If you know, you know. Back with you.
K-Dub's Top 9.
Ken Watlington, WNCT Channel 9, fresh off another Seahawks victory. That's a high fly ball into right field. That ball's got a chance. That ball is going to be out of here. Home run, old doctor.
Oh, doctor.
It's going to trend. A 3-run bomb. Is that Irby?
Yes, sir.
Austin Irby. That's my guy. I like Irby. 3-run bomb. Pirates lead at 4-0. Back with you after this.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, who are the people that need these services?
If you have arthritis, partial ligament tears, bulging or herniated discs in your back or neck, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, and other joint and soft tissue issues, come see us at QC Kinetics and we can get you back in the game of life without surgery, drugs, or downtime.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, Kairos Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us at 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our float therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At Kairos Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared sauna, cold plunge, and salt and halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at KairosFloats.com. Kairos Float and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
Ron Ayers Motorsports is celebrating 50 years in 2025. Since 1975, they've been your go-to for motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more. It's the Pro Yellow Sales event in February. Get a Hustler Turf commercial mower and save at least 20% off MSRP. Stop on by and visit their 30,000 square foot showroom featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Hustler, and Steel equipment. Ron Ayers Motorsports, 50 years of quality and adventure.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hi Pirates, this is Holton Ahlers. As I enter in a new season of life, it is still important to have a great team behind me. Whether you're going away to school for the first time, getting married, starting a family, or planning for your golden years, the choices can seem overwhelming and confusing. Let the team at Buck Insurance Agency make it easy as you enter into your next season. They have been helping people just like us for over 30 years. Give the Buck Insurance Agency a call today at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Pirate Radio. Life's good, and why wouldn't it be?
Drink up, me Aussies, yo ho.
I'm a pirate after all. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Ron Ayers Motorsports is celebrating 50 years of excellence this year. Since 1975, they've been your go-to for top-tier motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more. And in the month of March, don't miss the Bike Night and Stunt Show, March 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. You can get ready for an action-packed evening with jaw-dropping stunts, incredible bikes, and the chance to meet fellow riders. If you're hungry, Anita's food truck will be on site with delicious eats, and cold beer will be available for purchase. Stop by their 30,000 square foot store featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Hustler mowers, and Steel equipment, all backed by Ron Ayers' 50 years of trusted service. Ron Ayers Motorsports, 50 years of quality, reliability, and adventure. And New Blue, the technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. They also specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live. I mentioned Ron Ayers Motorsports. I got a buddy that swears by Anita's. I've never had it before. Anita's food truck. It looks like our guest is chomping at the bit to get in. Ken Watlington joins us. Hey, Ken.
What's up, man? You better get out there and get some of them tacos, especially the chicken ones.
You like them? All right. I want to try it. I heard it's great.
Yes, yes.
Speaking of Ron Ayers, they sponsor On This Day.
Yeah, on this day.
And I've got one here. This moment happened on this day 13 years ago.
So that'd be 2012.
I'm thinking like 2007.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it.
Oh, Pete Weber?
Pete Weber.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Who do you think you are? I am. Pete Weber on this day 13 years ago. The world was different back then. We all kept, for y'all young people, like bowling was our most popular sport.
It was, yeah. Just a mere 12 years ago, all we had was bowling. NFL was like third in the ratings. The PBA was first.
Pete Weber on top of the world.
Is y'all's year still
My first wife left me for Pete Weber. I'm sorry?
So, like, when you said 13 years ago, I automatically in my head felt like 2003, 2004.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
1986.
13 years ago means 2012.
Man.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
We're just old. Thanks to Ron Ayers Motorsports.
Celebrating 50 years.
50 years old.
So back 1996? No, that's not 50
Whoa,
years.
Ken. We're not that old.
It's the wrong way. Wrong way.
It was 2 years before I was born.
Ken, your Seahawks continue to win.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, they won the other night.
Oh, okay.
After a 2-game losing streak when they stunk. I mean, stunk it up.
Oh, so they've won like 12 out of 14 or something.
Yeah, they've won 10 out of 12, and yeah, they're 22-7 overall. A firm second place in the conference. They're not going to be able to catch Towson because Towson can't lose. But yeah, those 2 games they lost. They gave up 15 threes in each of those games. They could not guard to save their lives. And they go on the road in a makeup game because of the snow Monday at William & Mary and find a way to get it done. So
first home loss, I believe, by William & Mary.
Yeah, 12 straight wins for William & Mary at home, bookended by losses to UNCW. So
wow,
yeah,
very
go Hawks.
Very good, very good. Yeah. All right, Mac McCarthy will be there calling the action for the CAA tournament, which will be in the Mystic Stadium, I believe.
Yeah,
arena.
It used to be called just the Entertainment and Sports Arena or something, but they got some type of name now, some type of sponsor.
I still don't know Raleigh's arena's name.
The Lenovo Center.
Lenovo?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Lenovo.
It's still RBC Center to me.
It'll always be RBC. Shout out Canada.
To me.
Well, I'm going to call it Royal Bank of America now.
Yeah.
We're changing the name of it. RBA. Did you watch hockey last week?
A little bit. Yeah.
That was fun.
How exciting was that?
It was. It was a lot better than the Canes have been since that little break. They stink.
Dude, I was on a heater, so I needed to be grounded. I needed to be humbled.
And the Canes did it for you last night.
Last night, I had the worst 2-game parlay for minus money in the history of sports.
Ever.
I had the Carolina Hurricanes money line, and they lost. What was the final?
4-0.
4-0. And I had Miami of Florida. It was my Hurricane parlay.
Oh, brother.
I had the Miami of Florida. I bought some points, plus 30.5, and they lost by 37.
Yeah, they did.
So that was the worst 2-game parlay minus money.
Miami is real bad, which means they'll probably come to Chapel Hill and win on Saturday.
It could.
Why not?
Are Canes fans starting to get down on the Hurricanes? Because I saw a lot of Canes fans on Twitter last night.
There's widespread consternation.
You would think the world was ending when it came to Hurricanes hockey.
They were not good before the break, and they've been even worse after the break. And, you got a couple weeks to figure it out, and then the playoffs. But the way they're playing, they might not even make the playoffs.
We've been questioning if the wrong guy's on the hot seat that plays in that arena.
Well,
we thought it was Kevin Keats.
It's Kevin Keats.
Turns out it's
Rod Brindamore. But there is some people throwing out there. I saw it on Twitter last night. Fire Rod. Maybe a little early for that. But has he kind of hit his plateau?
Right.
And
kind of like an Andy Reid situation.
Yeah.
Like he's a great coach.
Yep.
And he'll be a great coach if he leaves Carolina. But sometimes I don't know if wear out your welcome, but you peak, like you said, maybe.
And it's tough because he's so beloved even before he was coaching.
Yeah. I hope he's there forever.
Yeah.
I
hope they win. I hope they figure it out and win us a dang cup.
That'd be nice. All right. There's a few things I want to get to, but we need to circle back to college basketball.
I got some little basketball news for you I just saw.
We got news? Okay, give me some news.
It has nothing to do with anything locally, but I thought it was kind of cool. You know, a lot of schools.
Hubert Davis got extended again until 2040.
Yeah, no, but he did get extended. Carolina signed a GM for basketball. So a lot of schools are doing this. You know, GMs, director of basketball operations. Well, the University of New Orleans has hired a president of basketball operations.
I saw this. Hold on, Shirley, you saw it?
Chandler? I have not seen it.
What? What rapper, former rapper, I guess once a rapper, always a rapper.
Always.
Is
what was your clue?
He played for the Hornets.
In
like preseason, right?
Yep. He was in training camp with the
a while back.
Yeah.
With the Hornets?
Yeah. Back. I mean, this is
Oh, that was ages
Nelly?
ago.
pre-2012.
Nah.
Nah. New Orleans.
Chandler might be too young.
Too young?
Who is it?
Let me hear you say, oh.
Master P.
Nah.
His mama called him Percy. I'm going to call him Percy. Percy Miller, a.k.a. Master P, is the new president of basketball
Percy
operations. For the New Orleans, they're the Privateers, I think. Yeah.
Now, they did this. You've seen their other news, right?
I haven't.
4 New Orleans players who have been suspended since late January are under investigation for possible NCAA violations. So they have been sitting out their best. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
One of those players is Josh Short.
Oh.
From Farmville Central.
Oh.
Yes, Shirley.
Ooh.
Yes.
This just in.
Josh Short, one of 4 players who has not played since January 27th. Wow. There's your local angle.
Now text Bailey, make sure we get that on for the 5 o'clock news.
Yeah. Not great news there, Bob. But
we've seen it, though, at A&T. A couple of their players suspended, you know, for possibilities of improper, I can't call it point shaving, but maybe somebody will at some point. But happened at Fresno State, I think, recently. So it's been a couple of instances in college basketball.
Happened to Fresno State a long time ago with Chris Herron. Remember that? The guard?
Yeah.
Was he the one that was on drugs?
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, Dad.
I just found out about
I think he was on the dope.
He was on the dope. I just found out about this guy not too long ago. Thanks to TikTok.
Thanks, TikTok. Hey, Will.
I feel I'm owed compensation because I actually bet on one of those 4 Fresno State players. I took his over, and to no one's surprise, he went under.
You weren't in the know?
Well, that was...
Did you bet on New Orleans? You might be entitled to compensation. Call 188.
Contact your attorney.
I want my $5 back.
Ken Duke is number 1 in the state.
And in the nation now in the net rankings.
Is there even a number 2?
In the States?
You going to put Wilmington out there?
No. I got Wilmington a little further down. I got Carolina back up at number 2.
Good grief.
They're starting to beat the snot out of people. They're scoring the basketball. They're rebounding the basketball. There's a semblance of life. They're not going to catch Duke. They're not going to beat Duke in the ACC tournament. They might not even get in the NCAA tournament. But instead of, folding up and, closing up shop and being done with the season, they actually showed some fight and some life. We'll see how long it takes them to maybe get to the other side of the hump and make the tournament. But
put on your Joe Lunardi hairpiece. Is Wake Forest going to make the tournament?
I would say today, probably yes. In the long run, no.
You know what this does, though? It does make what is a watered down ACC tournament more interesting.
Yeah.
Where you've got to win a couple games or something to get in.
Wake's loss last weekend to State hurts.
That's a bad one.
And Carolina doesn't really, outside of Stanford, have a bad loss. In fact, you could say 10 of their losses are quote-unquote good losses. But then again, you could say they've really only beaten one good team. So it depends on how you look at it. But they've been good lately. They've actually been a semblance of, positivity on the offensive end. And they played a little bit better defense. But, Carolina's known for rebounding the basketball over the years. And they're starting to do that now.
I'm sure High Point is on your list. We did a trivia question the other night, the teams in the country that have 22 or more wins, and they were on that list.
I got High Point at number 4 on my list. They're 13-2 in the Big South, first place.
All right, still getting it done.
Yeah.
All right, let's just get to it. Is East Carolina on your list?
I got the Pirates tied for 9th.
Tied for 9th.
I had Elon.
That is so lame, Ken.
I got a list here, and I put conference records. So conference records matter now, and you're standing in the conference. ECU is 8-7 in conference, 6 in the American. Elon's 8-8, 7th in the CAA. Elon was better a couple weeks ago. They're sliding, but not terrible because they got a big win the other day. And ECU is making the climb. But the teams in front of them are all playing pretty much really good basketball, like High Point, UNC Greensboro. Campbell's having a surprisingly good season in their second year in the CAA. So ECU's right there. And they keep winning and win a game or two in the tournament or win the whole tournament. You know, why not?
This is their first appearance on Ken's Top 9.
It is.
And they're kind of sort
tied.
of. Yeah. Tied?
Yeah.
We're going to overtime.
Maybe we can knock off Charlotte. What was that?
But if you look at the metrics,
we go to overtime.
ECU and Elon are very similar. Elon's 162 in the net. ECU's 167. They're both about 500 in conference.
All right.
So we'll tie them. Everybody else is well above as far as conference play goes.
I'll take it.
Beggars can't be choosers. So
only 2 weeks left in the regular season.
That's exciting.
Less than 2 weeks.
Can the Pirates finish in the top 9 without being tied by the end of the regular season?
Absolutely, yes.
I think so.
Elon or Campbell, one of those two is going to probably fall out.
Time to scoreboard watch, folks.
That's right.
And East Carolina gets sole possession of 9th.
Speaking of Campbell, they host UNCW tomorrow night. So could be the Seahawks have to win one of their last two to be the number 2 seed in the CAA tournament. I'm sure people care, but I do.
All right, Ken Watlington, WNCT Channel 9, joining us. We'll take a break, come back, get ready to wrap up hour number 1. More with K-Dub as East Carolina holds a 4-0 lead in the second inning over Old Dominion out at Clark LeClaire Stadium on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by DeBuck.
DeBuck.
We're back with you after this.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
What's even better than going to Jimmy John's? The great taste of Jimmy John's coming to you. Check out their convenient catering bundle, including a 12-pack of half sandwiches made with fresh baked bread, hand-sliced meats, and fresh veggies, plus 2 premium sides, 15 chips, and 15 desserts, all for one great price. You can also choose an a la carte option. Pick it up, or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson, and online at jimmyjohns.com.
Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strauds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
At a theme park, you might have to choose between a great deal or the best experience.
Wow, total access is expensive.
But with US Cellular Prepaid, getting a great deal doesn't mean sacrificing a great experience. US Cellular has no hidden fees or gimmicks, and now you can get a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G for free. US Cellular Prepaid. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible. For
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Anthony Skellick from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes of ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com and go Pirates!
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
I sailed out of the port of Bristol with sailors wearing black armbands.
Pirate Radio.
And found ourselves proclaimed notorious pirates.
The voice of the pirate nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Or are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in Eastern North Carolina. You can kick the week off every Monday with sports trivia with Clip Brock. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it's acoustic nights. On Thursdays, it's singo and karaoke. And, of course, every weekend, the best live music with ladies getting in free all weekend long. For more information, check them out on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
I did not get a chance to tell you yesterday, John, how proud I was of you the other night. You came to sports trivia, and after these
ECU-UNC game.
Yeah, you showed up after we started.
Yeah.
But the game was still going on.
I left the game early.
But you played by yourself, and you didn't win like you did the previous week. But, man, you want to talk about a gutsy performance and pulling out some answers. And you did the I compared it to the Family Guy when Peter Griffin was trying to come up with a fake name, and he saw a garden pea, and he said pea. Then he saw a tear and said tear. And then saw a Griffon. But you said Andre Miller as an answer.
And as I'm saying that, I'm watching your face, and you're just like,
yeah.
And as I'm like, Andre, and then the last name's really what got me. And then as I said, Miller, and you're like, you got it. I was like, yes.
If there's any question at all on whether or not Sean is a sports guy, he answered it on Monday night. So, well done, Sean.
Thank you.
We were at the Buck on Monday. We'll be at Overtime Tavern.
We go to Overtime.
Shirley. Shirley.
We go to Overtime.
Talking to Jonathan. So, he can pretty much do it. Foul. Hey, Will. None of my producers will talk to me.
Hello!
Hey, Will, what are you doing tonight? Get on the mic.
Say that one more time.
What are you doing tonight? Wait, hold on. What are y'all doing right now?
I just got a task.
Jonathan gave him a task.
Are you the taskmaster? What are you doing tonight?
What am I doing tonight?
We'll wait. We got time.
Probably
going to overtime.
Ken, we'll get to you in a minute. Don't worry.
Probably just watching.
I gotta go.
Probably just watching college basketball.
You know what you should do? You should go to Overtime Tavern.
Where's that located?
And play sports trivia. It is located across from Sheets, right by Krispy Kreme.
Say less.
And you should come hang out with us.
We go to overtime.
Shirley, will you please hit that clip of foul? Foul. What do you say, Will? No, you're out?
Probably not tonight, but in the future I will be there.
All right, fair enough.
On the inbound player. They do kind of late.
Late.
All right, foul.
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 Silence.
Oh! You are kidding me. We're in overtime. A wild three-point
That's going to be
That is unreal. That's why you foul in that situation. Goodness me.
That's going to be me tonight.
We're at overtime.
We're in overtime.
I like that he acted like they just teleported into overtime. Don't describe how we got there or anything.
I love the only commentary was, oh.
You all saw it, right?
Oh.
Ken.
Yes.
Oh, man, did you see? There's a new sheriff in town, and by sheriff, I mean worst run NFL franchise than the Washington Commanders.
Ooh.
So they came out with, like, the franchise rankings. Did you see that? I think voted on by players.
I saw Miami was number 1.
Worst?
No, the best.
Oh, best.
Yeah. This is the worst Jacksonville. It's got to be Jacksonville, right? Or the Raiders.
Well, I didn't see overall. I just saw that the Panthers received a lot of Fs.
It should be the Giants.
But last year, the Commanders got Fs for a lot of stuff. And
now the Fs are for fun. Fantastic.
Mom,
phenomenal.
This
Wait,
F
what?
is for fun. The only thing that they got a D or F on was like locker rooms. So the stadium still sucks.
And let the record show, I know you do not spell phenomenal with an F.
That was, folks, that was Ken.
That was
doing his little comedy.
That was a little Lil Wayne joke. Wheezy F baby, and the F is for
That was
phenomenal.
Ken kidding.
Would you let him do his rap lyrics without jumping on?
Why'd you let that boy rap? Let him cook.
Ken is cooking right now.
Let him cook.
Speaking of rap, Jamie has a very good question. Ken, you are a concert goer, and I got to tell you, well, maybe throw in an Outcast, but like if I were to attend a rap concert.
I am attending an upcoming rap concert coming up in May in Charlotte.
Okay, but how about the one in Raleigh featuring Wu-Tang Clan?
I saw that.
And Run the Jewels.
Yeah, they announced that this week. People are going nuts. I've seen Wu a couple times. We'll see. Yeah, maybe. But it's not like, oh, I got to be there.
Have you ever seen him before?
I have. Yeah, I've seen him.
Literally just said that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, like that might have been your quickest asking something that was just said.
Sorry. I was paying attention. Runners on the corners for the Monarchs.
And 2 outs. I don't. You know what? I've never been to a live rap concert, so maybe I shouldn't say this, but I don't.
You've
like
never
the
been
way,
to one at all? Like no rap show ever? Really?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't like the way it translates live compared to like rock and instruments and stuff.
Right.
It's a lot of like a backtrack and they're rapping over it.
Sure. I've been to some really bad rap shows, but I've been to some great ones. So
okay,
you can find some good stuff out there. You just got to search.
But man,
the Roots. Go see the Roots next time they're in the state. You'd love it.
I'm not gonna say. I can say I'm not a fan, but it's more ignorance. I don't know their music.
What's the guy's name? Love?
Questlove, the drummer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dudes are talented. I mean, you got a rap band with a tuba player? Sign me up.
But I love Wu-Tang Clan, man.
I actually saw the Roots and Wu-Tang together on one stage in New York one time.
I was
Except Raekwon didn't show up. And I was like, where's Raekwon? I paid all this money. Raekwon didn't show up.
He's a chef. He had to prepare the meals.
ODB wasn't there either.
Because
he had died.
Yeah. That's an excused absence.
Yes, it is.
But listening to the mystery of chess boxing as a 12-year-old riding in the
little
lawnmower in my front yard, I thought I was a bad dude.
Yeah, I had that on tape.
Yep. Cassette, mobile, what do we call Walkman?
Yep.
Is the word I was looking for. All right, who you seen in Charlotte, did you say?
Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Kendrick Lamar.
And SZA.
Where'd Duckworth come
The
from?
MVP
That's his
of the
last name.
halftime
His
show.
real
Is it
name
really?
is Kendrick Lamar.
Any relation to Kevin Duckworth?
Sure, somewhere down the line. I'm
Former
sure.
Blazer.
Yeah, well, don't know for sure.
You really about to do it?
Is that in the Hornets arena?
Bank of America Stadium.
Oh.
And here's how varied I am on my concerts and my musical palette. I'm seeing Kendrick Lamar and SZA in May. In April, I'm going up to Charlottesville, Virginia to see Tyler Childers.
Country.
Good show. Saw him last summer in Virginia Beach. Fantastic show.
Sounds like a NASCAR driver.
Well, I don't think he is.
But he's playing a little country.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right. There is.
That's all I got on the
Gone
docket.
country.
Music with K-Dub.
Yeah.
All right, Ken, what's going on this week at WNCT Channel 9?
All the stuff, man. That's all I got.
All the stuff.
All right.
All the stuff on your side.
Tonight, we will have highlights from Clark LeClaire Stadium. If you haven't heard, East Carolina's playing. I think it's still 4-0, but they took the score off.
It is.
We'll have
Pitching change. It is Ian Smith.
We'll have news on a former Pirate Radio advertiser on WNCT Channel 9.
Yes. So I guess that's true.
Yep.
I
can check that out. Yeah. All right.
Huge flex.
We'll see you next weekend.
I hope so.
I hope so. We'll take a break, come back. Hour 2. When we return, Jim Szoke.
The Szoke Man.
You know him from the Panthers? You know him from ECU football? Did you know the man calls basketball as well? He called a game on Sunday. He'll do another one on this Sunday as the Pirates take on Charlotte. We'll talk some hoops and football.
Tell him I Ziggy.
With Jim Szoke. Tell him what?
I Ziggy.
I Ziggy. After this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird with some exciting news about Shimmer Boutique. The new website is live and all orders over $100 will receive free shipping. Go to shimmerboutiqueonline.com and get shopping today. Shimmer is the boutique for everyone and carries all the top brands from Kendra Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and more. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and shimmerboutique.online.com. Go Pirates.
Hi, this is Christy Conway.
Hi, this is Tracy Ayers.
It's a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate. Buyers are ready now. Many buyers are expecting interest rates to adjust in 2025, and they're getting ready to start their home search ahead of the spring market when competition increases.
Visit our website at encpiraterealty.com to connect with our experienced team of agents. Go Pirates!
At Chicken Salad Chick, we make our food from scratch every day using fresh quality ingredients. We have 12 flavors of chicken salad, plus soups, sides, sandwiches, and desserts. Whether you're craving traditional, savory, spicy, or fruity and nutty chicken salad, we have something for everyone. All of our delicious chicken salads conveniently packaged in take-home containers and multiple sizes for you or the whole family. Visit Chicken Salad Chick or order online today. Now open at 112 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Chicken Salad Chick.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Ready for a home makeover? Bostic Sugg Furniture's new and now collection has the freshest styles you've been dreaming of. Store-wide savings on fashion-forward looks and styles for your living room, dining room, and bedroom. Hundreds of items in stock. Or let our team help you build a custom piece just for you. Plus, 6 months special financing and local delivery for just $19.37. Sleep better with over 30 models of brand-name mattresses to choose from and up to 48 months special financing. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. And as we head back into the show clip, East Carolina baseball is not the only team that's in action right now. This game is just about underway. East Carolina softball is hosting UNCW as part of a doubleheader. They're going to play the Seahawks at 4 o'clock, and then they will play North Carolina Central at 6:30 at Max R. Joyner Stadium. No score as of yet. And I don't know if there is a review right now at a play for home plate. Have they made an official announcement as far as he was called out on the field? So they're looking at it.
They have not made a call yet, but it looks like he is going to be out.
Okay. Because there was a question about whether or not he was blocking the play.
But ODU did get one run in.
A run does score for the Monarchs. 4-1.
So it's going to be 4-1. Well, he's definitely out. But we will await on this long review. 4-1 score. Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
All right. Earlier today, I had a chance to talk to Jim Szoke. You know him from his work with the Carolina Panthers. He is the football play-by-play voice at East Carolina. Called a basketball game on Sunday. I heard him and thought he did a great job. We'll talk about that. And some other topics with Jim Szoke. Here is that conversation. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, play-by-play voice for ECU football and a little bit of hoops, as it turns out, as well. Jim Szoke joining us on the program. You know him from his work with the Carolina Panthers, of course, as well. Jim, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Clip. How you doing today?
Hey, doing great. Beautiful day in Greenville. Got some Pirate baseball going on and some Pirate hoops coming back to Minges Coliseum coming up this Sunday. And last week, Jim, I was on the way to Minges Coliseum. My daughter and I are running a little late to get to the game and heard a familiar voice, but a different voice for basketball calling the game, and that was yourself. And, Jim, I've said it. I've told you personally, but, man, I thought you did a great job calling the game. Now, I will say R.J. Felton helped out a little bit because
yes, that was the show was R.J. Yeah,
the Pirates put on an offensive performance that allowed you to get excited. But once again, awesome call in the game, and man, that must have been a fun game to call on Sunday.
No, it was. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's always, as you know, it's like Rajay Harris breaking off an 80-yard touchdown run in the Military Bowl. So credit to the team, first of all, for creating what I thought was probably, I guess, the most exciting game. Darren would know better than I do since he's doing the bulk of the games. But it's like, to me, that was an exciting atmosphere. It was a close game from the start, went to overtime. RJ was, especially in the first half, ridiculous. It was good to see the Pirates shoot the ball that well, because I know there's been times this season where they've struggled with that. So you always want to win, but as an announcer and for the fans to see that level of scoring and hitting three-pointers, making their free throws, playing good D when it was crunch time, it was kind of the perfect storm of having a great basketball game.
Jim, we know you from football, obviously not just with East Carolina, but with your work over the years with the Carolina Panthers. What's your, I guess, broadcast relationship with basketball? I know when we get in this business, we do a lot of different things. So how much basketball have you called and covered over your career?
Quite a bit. And, just to take it from a broadcast perspective, why I do ECU football in particular is I've fallen in love with the Pirates is I love play-by-play. So I've done color, I've done talk like you do, sports talk, I've done reporting, but I like calling games and doing play-by-play, so that's my favorite thing. Basketball-wise, before the Panthers ever arrived in town, I did the Charlotte 49ers basketball. I did 2 years of Davidson College basketball. The last couple of years, I've been doing Winthrop basketball. We've had a couple different people kind of sharing it like you guys do with baseball, but I've been doing Winthrop the last couple of years. And before the Hornets went to New Orleans, of course, I've been back for a while, I used to do quite a bit of the Hornets broadcast. I've done some major college basketball, getting the opportunities with Raycom and even a couple games on ABC back in the day on some regional games. So been doing basketball, played basketball in high school. So it goes back 30, 35 years as far as loving basketball. And I love the pace of calling basketball. I love all the games. I've done baseball, I've done football and some others, but basketball is fun because I like the tempo and the pace of it. Thankfully, I've never had to do Virginia basketball when Tony Bennett was there, so, with the exception of a few places like that. Just it's a great game to call.
Yeah, and you're right there on the court. You almost feel like you're in the action, being able to do some PA announcing. Like the first game I ever filled in for Morgan Ahlers at Minges, it was Joe Dooley right to my left, screaming Dan Hurley to my right, and then TV Teddy Valentine right in front of me. And I feel like I was in the game. Like you could hear everything they were saying. It's a different experience when you do basketball.
Well, we find out very quickly that Mike Schwartz is a high energy guy because we're right next to that bench, as you know. And when he stands up, I have to stand up or move to kind of, he's blocking me out like he's going to get a rebound. So he's very active out there, as you can imagine, and a high energy guy. And so you think like he's right off the court, like you said. So I know he's sitting there at times when it gets quiet during a free throw, hearing every word I'm saying for those couple of seconds. Not that he's focused on what I'm hearing, but he can't help because I'm standing, 2 feet behind him. But it is great because, as you know, there's a lot of arenas where you're up in the rafters calling games. So it's like the Charlotte Spectrum Center where the Hornets are. That media is all up like halfway up in the arena. But I love that feeling of being right down on the floor.
And part of a great broadcast is playing off your partner, whether it's Kevin Monroe, Andrew Bays with East Carolina football. For years, it was the voice, Jeff Charles with Cy Seymour, just a great tag team. But what's it like calling it solo, Jim? You don't have somebody to work off of.
No, I find myself an annoying partner to work with because I get on my own nerves after a while, hearing my own voice over and over again. But it's fun. You're right with football. With Kevin and Andrew, we've quickly developed a great chemistry with them and with Maceo, obviously, on the sidelines. And then for basketball, most of the basketball I've done in my life has been with a color commentator. But again, because of the pace, you can do it pretty easily, and there's not as much downtime as you might think, unlike baseball in particular, where there's a lot of time where you have to fill. So I almost struggle because you do this homework, you do these notes. I got my last game notes in front of me here. You kind of want to use your homework when you've done it, and you get home after a game and realize how many things you didn't really get to do. You might get them in the pregame or postgame a little bit, but the pace of it is such that while I would love to have a color commentator, it's quick enough where there's really not a ton of extra downtime to work in a whole lot of voices.
Jim, it's different being there live too, right? You get to see these guys up close and personal. I'm a big Jay Shane Woodard fan, and he got his hand on just about every ball, every possession on Sunday. He was a lot of fun to watch. Anything else kind of stand out to you like that maybe you haven't seen from the television side of things?
Well, and in that vein, I thought Trevi LeBeau had an outstanding game. I mean, all the way around. I mean, both him and Jay Shane were very efficient on the floor with the block shots stand out, the steals. I think they had 12 steals, the team, 12 or 13 steals in the game, which is a really high number. So just that defensive intensity of all that hustle stuff, the loose balls, the steals, the block shots, not giving up the extra possessions, all those things Coach preaches on. And I know you guys have talked about it all year. You've got the big three and the big two in particular, but when you get those extra, it doesn't have to be one guy. When you get those extra performances, Jan Farrell was really efficient, I thought, shooting the ball in this game. When you have that, that makes a big difference. And that, to me, like even Bailey coming in, hitting those 2 free throws in a game that went to overtime, just those 3 minutes he was on the floor, it made a big difference. He did some good things, again, that don't show up in the box score, as they say, kind of thing. So you feel the team chemistry, that this team plays hard, and eventually, even if the shots aren't going down, more games than not, that's going to pay off in the end with victories like that one.
I hate to say it, but there was a moment where I said, who is that going to the line? And not until Morgan Ahlers said Tybo Bailey did I realize, okay, that's the young Tybo in there. And you're right, hit some big free throws for the Pirates. East Carolina will take on Charlotte coming up. Boy, there was a Charlotte bugaboo for a while, 2 losses in basketball last year, a couple of straight losses in football. We finally got them in hoops on the road earlier this season, and going for the Charlotte sweep coming up, Jim.
That would be great. I'm looking forward to calling that one, too, before Darren comes back from his baseball games that he's doing. But Charlotte, I see them here, obviously, closely. I think Aaron Fern's a great coach, first of all. They've been depleted in talent the past year and a half or so. They don't have the roster in general. So they're still dangerous. And as we know, that first game at halftime, they had the lead against ECU. So they're playing better basketball now. They had a nice win over Temple in overtime a week or so ago. So they're going to be tough, but overall, just look at their overall roster, not quite as talented, but a great coach, and they play hard too. And we're down to that time of year where I think everybody with transfer portal and new recruits coming in, it takes a long time to adjust. And now we're to that point where I think teams have figured out their rotations, right? They figured out their rosters and who's going to play, and rotations do get really tight this time of year. So that's going to be a fun one. And it's almost like the conference knew from an ECU standpoint, like what this end run would look like, because then you've got, as you know, Tulane coming in and at FAU, the 2 teams you're chasing in the standings right now. Yeah. So it really couldn't set up any better than that.
Yeah, and looking forward to that AAC tournament. Memphis, obviously, the team to beat, but certainly beatable. Pirates had them right there on the ropes at the end of that game in Memphis earlier this year, so it should be a really fun tournament. Jim Szoke joining us. Jim, while I got you here, let's talk a little bit of football. And we saw the Panthers close out the season with some optimism, and Bryce Young played well the second half of the season. What are the main kind of bullet points or storylines to follow this offseason for Carolina? What are the main things that organization and the fans want to see get done?
Yeah, I think with last year, Dave Canales coming in as coach, as a quarterback, former kind of that position's coach, and then an offensive coordinator, quarterback whisperer, as they said, with Geno Smith and Baker Mayfield, that, they wanted to get the offense right, and they went right at the offensive line in free agency, bringing in Robert Hunt, bringing in Damian Lewis. So the offensive line was really good last year. That helped Bryce Young in the second half of the season become the quarterback he was, but also Chuba Hubbard running the ball. So I think that was key. And by no means is the offense a finished product, but the defense needs that kind of attention now. And it was good to hear Dan Morgan, the GM, talk at the Combine yesterday that he wants to attack the defensive line the way they attacked the offensive line this past offseason. So they'll get Derek Brown back, which is by far the biggest thing that could happen. But they got that 8th pick. They got the Rams' second-round pick. So I think, the defense in particular, and to even micromanage it, that defensive line in particular, it all begins right there. I think that's going to be the priority, the biggest point of emphasis. Of course, even with their improvement, they won 5 games last year, so you can kind of use help just about everywhere. But any 3 levels of defense, we saw Shaq Thompson won't be with the team again this year for the first time in 10 years, help in the defensive secondary. So all 3 levels need help, but especially on that defensive line.
Jim, speaking of, college football and NFL almost mirroring each other now as far as off seasons go with the transactions and everything, and a lot of change in this East Carolina football program. Of course, the man at the top, Blake Harrell, back after serving an interim role, but he's got a lot of spots to fill and a lot of roster spots to fill in as well. So we'll be keeping up to that week to week, day to day, trying to figure out who's going to be on the field for ECU football, but got spring football right around the corner here.
Yeah, I remember we came out and, Brian Bailey and I did that spring football show last year. And then whether their choice or the coaching staff kind of encouraging it, 5 players left after the spring game. So it just feels like I feel for these coaches, and now having a GM, obviously, it's a whole different never-ending ball game of roster and just, balancing that in addition to recruiting on top of that. But as we all know that, I think East Carolina did really as good as anybody. And it was really super happy to hear about John David Baker being back with that contract extension, the jump the offense made. And obviously you got your quarterback now, you got your offensive coordinator, you got Blake in there as head coach. So you've got some carryover now where it's not like you're starting from scratch again this year.
Jim, you got a job to do no matter if the team you're calling is winning or losing, but we all know winning is way more fun. So pretty crazy I don't know if miserable is a good word, but rough start to the seasons for both the Panthers and the Pirates, and kind of the optimism that showed for both teams, right? The second half of the year kind of came out of the season looking forward to next season for both of the teams.
No, it's always a lot more fun to win, and it's got to be great to be the Kansas City Chiefs broadcaster, right? So
Right.
your worst scenario is you lose a Super Bowl usually. But for the rest of us, I know you're a Washington fan. I grew up in Cleveland, so you kind of earn your fan stripes, as we say, with the misery. As we say, you wouldn't know good if you didn't know bad by comparison. So I think you appreciate the good times even more when you have to deal with the bad times, because it does matter more, and you realize how difficult it can be to have a winning team at times, and especially to sustain winning for a number of years. So, yeah, both teams are trending up, the Pirates, the Panthers. I mean, I know baseball's struggling right now. They've had some good years, but on the other hand, basketball, the way things are trending right now, they could have a really exciting finish to the season here. And I'm sure baseball will figure it out at ECU, but they're always good. And it's good to see football back, and cannot wait for that opener at NC State to begin next season. Talk about a script being written there, too, to finish with that bowl game, and the way that got a little ruckus on the field at the end to open at Raleigh will be a lot of fun.
No doubt. Jim, Szoke joining us. Jim, have a great call this Sunday. East Carolina taking on Charlotte, another big one for the Pirates, and hopefully another good crowd, an even bigger crowd than we saw last Sunday. Jim will be on the call. Jim, thank you for joining us today. Great to talk sports with you, and we'll do it again down the road.
You bet, Clip. Anytime. Thank you.
Pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies, and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit elitepoolsnc.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games games, and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get fucked up.
It's a new year at Fish Street Hardware with lots of new exciting additions. Hardware serves lunch and dinner daily, now featuring 9 new menu items: Buffalo Loaded Chips, North Carolina Cowboy, and more. Don't forget about Sunday brunch. Hardware has a weekly lineup starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday trivia with DJ Captain Morgan, and live music every Friday night. Also, brand new is the repair shop, Hardware's Game Room, which has dart lanes, pool tables, skee ball, and a projection screen. Come check out all the new at Hardware, and for more information, follow us on social media or check out our website for up-to-date event schedule at fishstreethardware.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Jiggins Cowart, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird with some exciting news about Shimmer Boutique. The new website is live and all orders over $100 will receive free shipping. Go to shimmerboutiqueonline.com and get shopping today. Shimmer is the boutique for everyone and carries all the top brands from Kendra Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and more. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates.
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join DriveHereNow.com. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and a proud supporter of the Pirates. And as we head back into the show, a quick Buccaneer Music Hall School Board update. East Carolina is trailing UNC Wilmington 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Now back to you, Clip.
Back with you. Pirate Radio Live. What'd you say to me? Did you say something to me before we came back home? Or was it nothing?
No, I don't think it was anything. I can't even remember what I said 2 seconds ago.
I was reading the chat. Let's see. We heard Jerry says the sound of silence. Mike P said moms. Jamie said I can only imagine what they're saying. Big Dog said sound. No sound. Fix it, Will. Chandler says, damn it, Will. Jamie says, we need Big Dog in there. Chandler said, I had such a great comment. What was it?
I guess we'll never know.
Will, what the hell happened, dude?
I'm instead of being a video producer, I'm a labeler right now. So this is just a side gig that I'm doing.
Your main gig.
I'm a labeler.
You're a labeler.
But this video production stuff where I'm supposed to like make the show run and stuff,
that's
not important.
Not your priority.
Not important right now.
Let's recap what we said. Coming up.
Oh, we talked about how much we like Jim Szoke.
Yes.
I made a great joke about being at the gym.
Yeah.
That like brought the house down. We then talked about Eugene Robinson and Mick Mixon. You mentioned Luke Kuechly and Jake Delhomme.
Yeah.
We had a great
Those guys
chat.
are gone. Luke Kuechly and
Yada,
Jake
yada, yada.
Delhomme are on now. They do a great job. Zoki's a constant when it comes to the Carolina Panthers radio network. Our next guest is Holton Ahlers, former ECU quarterback and current UFLer with the Arlington Renegades. And I said, fun fact, I had breakfast with our next guest, which is Holton Ahlers. I had breakfast with him this morning.
Everybody wants to know, Chandler, what did you have for breakfast? Some people call it the most important meal of the day.
I had a bacon, egg, and cheese on toast with mayonnaise. Sausage dog, mustard, chili.
Okay, doubling down. Man, I love a sausage dog. Love with mustard. Put some good star on it.
Sausage.
There you go, Jake. Wonder if Jake Hunter is labeling stuff in the bullpen right now.
Sausage.
Sausage. All right, we need to get to our Holton Ahlers interview as we talked UFL, NFL, NBA, college hoops. Here is my chat with the former Pirate QB.
All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, it's like the shirt says, local politics bud, Holton Ahlers, former Pirate QB and QB of the Arlington Renegades, joining us. Holt, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Cliff. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. As I told Coach Mack yesterday, and I know you're getting ready for a football season in the UFL, I'm over the kind of college football, NFL doldrums, and all in on college basketball right now. An East Carolina victory on Sunday helped that. Good performance by the Pirates, but watching college hoops every night now. I know you're an NBA Knicks guy, but starting to get into basketball mode here in late February.
Yeah, same, Cliff. And I've actually watched more basketball lately. I said, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, we went to our first in-person ECU basketball game, and I was sold on them. And I mean, I think we have a chance to go and make some noise in the conference tournament this year. I don't think there's that many dominant teams in the tournament this year. I think we got two guys, like I said last week, that could score 30 that they're at least fun to watch and can take over games. So teams like that are dangerous. I'm excited to watch them. I'll be pulling for them when I'm in Texas. So I'm really pumped for them. And then the rest of it, I mean, Duke. In my opinion, Duke looks like the front runner. I like Texas A&M a lot too in the tournament. It's kind of weird. Like when Duke had Zion, they fell in the tournament. So with Cooper Flag, does that happen again? Maybe, maybe not. But other than that, I like Texas A&M a lot to make a run in the tournament. And I'm also excited once the bracket comes out to learn more about these teams. That's when me and Caden and some of those guys will really do our research and really dive down into the numbers before we start releasing bets out there.
And believe it or not, conference tournaments begin Sunday. There's the one starts on the 2nd of March, and then a few more start on the 4th. So we'll start to see some of those, I guess, quote unquote, smaller schools, some teams to keep an eye on for upsets in the tournament, and just exciting stuff. I've got, despite the gray and white on my chin, I do still have a nice dark head of hair here. I'm trying to rally the troops. I got Rajay on board, everybody here at Pirate Radio. If the Pirates do make the tournament, we're going to go blonde in honor of C.J. Walker. Yeah, well, with all the hair you have on your head, are you willing to do the same?
So Cliff, I will. I don't have much hair left, so I don't know if anyone will be able to even notice. Because Cliff, technically my hair is blonde now, so I don't know if you noticed that, but the
We
little
want
hair,
bright white bleach blonde.
yeah.
Hope.
You want white hair, yeah.
pretty
You know
much.
what? I'm for it, Cliff. I'm for
All
it. I'll. So if I get some TV time during the UFL, I'm like, what the hell is this bald guy doing with a little bit of white hair? But you know, I'm for it. Go Pirates.
Hell yeah, man! Anything to get them in the tournament, I'm pretty much down for at this point.
Absolutely.
They got Charlotte coming up this weekend, Tulane after that, and then they'll wrap up the regular season at FAU, I believe, Bone. Yep, and then it's off to the conference tournament. Speaking of basketball, I mean, I feel like I keep up with the NBA just by clicking on Twitter or whatever now, and it was all about Luka and the Lakers taking on the Mavs last night. And we've talked about it a little bit, Holton, but are the Lakers a factor, or is this just a story because they're the Lakers and they have LeBron? Like, do you think they'll make some noise with Luka now in the West?
I think they will. I mean, they have two of the best players in the game right now, even though LeBron's 40. And they're probably two clutchest players, maybe without Kyrie would be like the third. But, yeah, I think they're going to make some noise. The West is hard. They got to match up with the right teams. They can't play like the Nuggets. If they play them round one, it's going to be tough because they don't really have a center. But if they match up with the right teams, they definitely will make some noise in it. And I don't know if this would ever happen, but if the Lakers somehow made the finals, they match up the best, I think, out of the West with the Celtics. I think that would be a really good matchup because of the way the Celtics play. The Lakers kind of play in a similar fashion. So that's just something to watch on. Hopefully the Celtics aren't in the championship as the Knicks are, but they obviously look the favorite right now.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of a team in the East, you kind of grade where you are by the Celtics. And did I see a stat yesterday, Holt, that said the Celtics have outscored the Knicks by an average of like 21 points per game in the 3 meetings? You
have. But I do got good news, Cliff. Our starting center's coming back tonight. He hasn't played all year, so feel way better about it. We're third in the East with 4 of our starters playing, so I'm excited to see Mitch Robinson play.
I enjoy the optimism of Holton Ahlers. Holton, this time of year, and again, we talk to Rajay every week. He's going through this right now. It's combine season, and Savone Revel got the invite to the combine. Unfortunately, Rajay did not, but he said the work continues for him. You kind of went through this process, as every player does at the end of their college career. I don't know, is it like nervous time, excitement time as you try to figure out the next stage in your football life? What do you remember about kind of this portion of your off season heading into your pro career?
Yeah, I moved to Mobile, Alabama for my quarterback training and just training for the draft, and I loved it. It's the first time you don't have school in your life. You just get to focus on football. There's a lot of exciting things. I'm sure Rajay's still hearing from NFL teams through his agent, so there's still a lot of exciting news coming. Now, waiting for the combine. I remember mine was up until the day, 2 days before the combine, there was still a chance that I had a chance to sell one more quarterback invite. But that's just the game within the game. You just got to continue to grind with yourself. And then the exciting part is, Rajay and some of these guys, they don't know where they're going to go, and they don't know where they're going to be living here soon. And Rajay has a little girl, and obviously his family's tight with him, his pops, and then he has brothers too. So stuff like that is sad, but also really, really happy because you're I've grinded my whole life to go play in the NFL. So yeah, there's tons of emotions. Then there's the stress of especially guys who are on the edge of drafted, not drafted, like I was, probably Rajay's probably 6th or 7th or undrafted. Am I good enough to get drafted? If I don't get drafted, am I still good? Even though I went undrafted. And once I got there, I was wow, I'm glad I went undrafted because the situation was way better. I got to pick where I was going, whereas when you're drafted, you really don't. So it's just a ton of mental games, but you just got to learn to enjoy it. The mental games is just pro football, to be honest with you. Once you start playing pro ball, it's just a different animal, and you just got to learn how to master the unexpected, I guess, because if not, it's going to drive you crazy.
You had a very unique kind of beginning of your pro career, end of your college career, because you were the MVP of 2 postseason bowl games, right? Or 3,
yeah, so I guess. 3 technically.
Yeah. And for most guys, the Hayes in the barn as far as college tape and everything, and it's all about what you can do at pro day and things like that. But you were able to show your talents on the field a couple more times. A lot of guys, don't get that chance.
Yeah, no, it was super cool. I was very thankful for that. And, like, even that period for me, like, I was super banged up. My shoulder's still torn. I mean, it's out there now that I tore my labrum, the state game, the first game of the year, my senior year. And, like, I was supposed to have surgery after that, then got invited to the Hula Bowl, pushed off the surgery, was going to do it after the Hula Bowl. Won MVP of the Hula Bowl, was like, all right, that's a great way, have surgery now, and then go. And then got invited to the NFLPA Bowl the day before my surgery. So decided to go there, won MVP there. And then, you know, my family, my agent, and myself were kind of like, hey, let's keep the momentum. There's no reason to. Let's go train and, you know, have a really, really good pro day. So, yeah, it's just a ton of decisions that literally affect your life. But, like, at the same time, you can't think of it more than just, like, one decision at a time.
Holton Ahlers joining us. Justin Hardy now part of the crew. We talk to him every Monday. And I got a good ask Donnie Kirkpatrick. Hey, Donnie, you got a question or a story I can ask Justin Hardy? He said, yeah, ask him about the time we had a Thursday night game, ESPN, and hours before that game, he lost his credit card or it got stolen. So I brought that up with Justin. He said he still had no clue where that card is to this day. And I guess grand scheme of things, it's minor, but really it's not, especially at that age. He said everything he had was on that card. Basically, it was a distraction, and but he had a great game as always because he's a great player. But Holton, was there any kind of like, because we don't think about that when we watch you guys play, like how did Holton's day go today? Did he and his girlfriend get along? Did he fail a test? Is he having a family thing? Like, you know, you just never know. So like, I'm sure you were able to kind of put those distractions away, but like, did anything kind of off the field that you can remember like affect you kind of going into a game?
I was pretty good at, like, once I stepped like into even the locker room and stuff, it was kind of like my exit of everything. I went through a lot like in high school and then like my freshman year to where like I kind of used football as like a way to get away from just like life almost. So I feel like I was really good at it. I definitely went through a lot of things off the field, but I don't think I ever let it like carry on. I will say that one story that comes to mind, and honestly, he played really, really well, but it kind of sounds like the Justin Hardy story. There was a night game. It was either ODU or UCF. I can't exactly remember when, our senior year. And Zay Winstead wears contacts, and for some reason he had two of the same eye contacts in. So he couldn't see, so he had to take them both out. So then we're warming up pregame, and like you warm up the whole time, and then you have like three plays. You have like a run, and then one pass, and you go to the locker room, and the coach talks to you, and you run out and play the game. Well, we got to like right before we huddle, we get in the huddle, and Zay Winstead looks at me and says, hey, Holt, like my contacts are all messed up. I can't see far away. So like I'm only gonna be able to see when the ball gets close to me. And he was like, and like you're gonna have to tell me the signals. Like we're gonna have to figure out a way because I can't see the signals to the sideline. So that entire game, the whole time I'm like, oh gosh, what the heck? My number one receiver can't see when the ball's far away, and all I threw him was fade balls half the time. So I was like, oh gosh. So then that we had one play before we ran in the locker room. I threw him a go ball, and I think he caught it, but he was like a little like hesitant on it. I'm like, oh gosh. So that we got in the locker room, and I threw to him a little bit, and he seemed all right. And that whole entire game, though, we had a plan. It's like I would get the signal, and then if you go watch the tape, I would run over to him. He would meet me halfway, but he's an outside receiver. So I would go where the slot receiver was, tell him to play, and then run back to quarterback every time. And that's just how we played that game. And I think he had over 100 yards. So maybe he had a really good year that year. But yeah, that kind of sounds like one of those stories.
Getting it done, no matter the circumstances. That's good stuff. Holton Ahlers joining us today. So, Holt, you are you still around here, or are you in Texas yet?
I leave tomorrow. I know I've said that 5 times. They keep pushing it back because there's like bargaining going on right now between the quarterback and the UFLPA and the UFL. So I officially leave tomorrow. Camp officially starts 27th. We had a little quarterback thing beforehand. But I officially leave for good. At least until June.
Awesome. Tomorrow. Well, good luck, man. We'll keep in touch and talk throughout your journey, but looking forward to seeing you in the UFL. Appreciate you joining us today, man. And folks can check out the Holton Ahlers show. I think latest episode, new defensive coordinator Josh Aldridge. What'd you think of that chat?
Yeah, he was awesome. He was really, really interesting. We talked about his upbringing, his coaching tree, who's kind of impacted him. some players to look for now. I mean, we lost pretty much all of our linebackers who had playing experience last year. So it was a really, really good interview. And then, Caden's little social media show is starting soon, and we'll release ours in the UFL season. We're releasing 2 shows a month, So follow Holton Ahlers show, and we'll tweet all updates on that.
Good stuff. A lot of new folks on staff. We'll talk to one of those guys Friday on Pirate Radio Live. Coach Bivens, we know him now.
Yes, sir.
Bruce Bivens will join us on the show. Looking forward to catching up with Bruce. All right, Holt. Thanks, bud.
It's Holton Ahlers joining us on the program. Our guest courtesy of Big Rock Power Sports. And good story there by Holt. If we asked Isaiah Winstead about that story, he just said, yeah, I didn't have my right contact, so I couldn't see.
Yeah, I couldn't see.
But I called the ball.
I still caught it, though.
All right. Thanks, Isaiah. Right. Isaiah was awesome. Like, he would not really talk about football.
But if he taught anything non-football or anything
But if we were like,
him,
what planet would you like to live on other than Earth? He would really give it some thought.
Oh, he would sit there, and if you gave him 10 minutes to think about it, he would use all 10 minutes.
I like Neptune. But I think
Mars would be crazy.
Saturn's got them rings.
But Mars has got the best aliens, I heard.
Mars aliens cook the best food, probably. We need to get Isaiah Winstead. Here's what I want to do, Sean. I want to just come up with like 20 to 30 just stupid non-football questions and get Isaiah Winstead on.
Yeah.
And just fire him off.
I'm down.
And see what he says. Because he will be, I believe, teaming back up with Holton Ahlers with the Arlington Renegades. They were roommates last year.
I talked about that with Holton this morning at breakfast. Isaiah Winstead and Garrett McGinn are teammates with him this year.
You're really proud of yourself for having this breakfast with Holton Ahlers, huh?
It was awesome. Okay. You know why? Because I wasn't expecting it. It was a great surprise. It was Holton and his fiancée, Grace.
His fiancée?
And his Faja.
And did Morg foot the bill?
No.
Who are you eating with?
Mark Alexander.
Maniac Mark?
Maniac Mark and Jonathan Ellerby. And Bram Anderson.
Did y'all combine the tables?
And Kevin Perry.
Man, this is the best breakfast of all time.
And Corey Scott.
What? I saw Corey. Oh, I need to get Corey on the show. He said he'd come on after a couple of weekends of baseball to give his thoughts.
We had us a crew, man.
Y'all were rolling deep. That's like a who's who of Greenville, North Carolina. Were people like snapping pictures of you as you ate your sausage?
Sausage.
Let's take a break. We'll wrap up hour number 2. Coming up 5 o'clock, we'll talk to Phil Harris, assistant football coach at J.H. Rose, and brought the wrestling program back to Rose. So we'll get an update on that and talk about Row High and the Rampants. We got that coming up at 5 o'clock. Fleet Feet Rundown and more. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, why should people use QC Kinetics?
So QC Kinetics, we're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. So we've helped about 50,000 patients get back to an active and pain-free life without surgery, without drugs, and without downtime. We leverage your body's own natural growth and healing properties to not only repair damaged tissue, but generate new.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina, Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
It's a new year, and we're excited to announce that Integrity Home Mortgage has a new office location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
If you think football never ends, then you belong with us. Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, they bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. For a healthier, happier you, visit Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Visit them today at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com. And a quick Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update clip. East Carolina has scored 2 runs, so it is now 2-all. Between UNCW and the Pirates, bottom of the second inning.
All right, and at Clark LeClaire, Pirates leading at 5-1 over Old Dominion in the 5th inning. Those scores on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Buck. And East Carolina looking to go to 1-1 during the midweek after their loss to Campbell last week. Coming up at 5 o'clock, Phil Harris will join us. Brought in a mat. Will and Chandler will be demonstrating some wrestling techniques. See if Coach Harris can teach you guys a thing or two. Chandler, y'all ever wrestle? You ever think about wrestling when you were in high school, middle school?
My high school did not have a wrestling program.
We had a Conley legendary coach. Coach Sherman was over there, so had a good program there. Will, you look like you got the bod for it. Yeah, heavyweight.
I chose to stay friends with our wrestling coach and not wrestle for him because I don't think I would have liked him. They would practice at the same time as us, and we would finish up at 5:36, and they would be there until 7.
I have a ton of respect for those that chose that path. We'll talk to Coach Harris about that. Also, assistant coach for the football Rampants as well.
I have to give a shout out to my cousin, Redmond Williamson, who made it to the state championship, state title for Northern Nash. He came up short, but he did make it to the state title.
Very cool.
Have to give a shout out there to Redmond.
Awesome. All right. We got some Pirates coming up past, and well, I guess all past. Rajay Harris will join us Thursday on the show. Friday on the show, we'll have Bruce Bivens live in the Pirate Radio studios. I was thinking about this today, Sean. Bruce used to join us every week inside the Players Lounge.
As a player.
When he was a linebacker here at ECU, and that was just a few years ago. And then fast forward a few years later, he is the director of player development. So very cool for him to be involved with football, and even cooler that it's with East Carolina.
He stayed close to the program after he graduated and finished his career here at ECU, because I remember the year after he was done as a player, he was on the sidelines a lot during the springtime. And I've seen him around at practices and stuff, so I'm glad to see him sticking around the program and having a role with the program. And I think this role is going to fit him well, and I think he's going to do a good job with it.
Yeah, obviously Blake Harrell has a lot of trust in him, a guy he coached at that position, his position group, the linebacker group. So we'll talk to Bruce coming up. Still efforting, trying to get Jay Shane in here, man.
Jay Shane, what?
I don't know. I think he's got too much length to be here in the studio. I think if he stretched his arms, he could touch both walls.
That's what I felt like when C.J. Walker came in here.
Yeah. But I'm fired up, man. We're back on the basketball train.
I'm ready for a watch party.
It's going to happen.
The Liga jerseys have to come back out.
It's going to happen on day 2 of the AAC tournament, unless East Carolina can finish top 4 right now. Couple of teams ahead of them. The good news is they play both of those teams, Tulane and FAU, who are ahead of the Pirates right now. ECU is 6th currently in the American, and if that holds and they are the 6th seed, they will play the nightcap of the AAC tournament on that Thursday, which says 9 o'clock, but the game before that is scheduled for 7, so it'll start 9:30, 9:40.
It'll be later than that.
It'll be late. But, man, conference tournaments begin on – well, one conference tournament begins on Sunday, believe it or not. So we are getting there. Real quick – oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, and then after that, after the conference tournaments, let's hear that riff.
Hit it, Shirley. Give me the Jimmy Page edition, the Jimi Hendrix, the Mark Knopfler. Ready for the big dance? We'll have the games here for you. One of my favorite features here on Pirate Radio over the years, not just because I get a couple of days off of work, but man, wall-to-wall live coverage of the NCAA tournament right here on Pirate Radio. We'll talk about what's coming up tonight later on. Will, what stood out to you last night? How about Florida getting down 20-plus points, coming all the way back and taking a lead? Their first lead was with just over a minute, maybe even inside a minute. But Georgia gets a big 3. They had some free throws down the stretch. Bulldogs upset Florida 88-83.
I thought that would be the case.
I did say which upset is most likely, and you said that one.
I thought that Georgia could beat a team like a Florida, and I think that if you let them into the tournament, if they're a 12 or a 13 or a 14 seed, whoever they play, just like they played the 3 seed or the number 3 team last night, they could be on upset alert again. I think they have plenty of scoring. I'm not, in love with their defense at times, but they're well coached and they can score. And in March, if you limit your turnovers and can score, you're going to be in the game.
2 top 10 teams go down last night, Florida being one of them. The other was Iowa State, Oklahoma State, knocking off the Cyclones last night, 74-68. Missing some midweek Pirate basketball tonight. There are some games in the American, including South Florida at Temple, Charlotte at Tulane, and Rice at Memphis. We'll run down the top 25 slate later on our Fleet Feet Rundown, but right now we'll take a time out, come back, and get you to Hour 3. Phil Harris will join us inside the Pirate Radio studios when we return on a Wednesday. We're back with you after this.
Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
Are you ready for some outdoor fun? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
Pirate fans, 2025 East Carolina football season tickets are on sale now and can be purchased for as little as $115. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate coach as he builds momentum off of the 8-win season and the Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
This is Dr. Josiah Duke from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's that time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
It's the perfect time to grab your wings, Greenville. This February, Wings Over Greenville is giving you 10% off your entire order when you use the code PIRATE25 online or in the app. Just craving something delicious? They've got you covered. No minimum purchase. Redeem it one time a day so you can keep the wings coming all month long. So hurry. Code PIRATE25 is good all February long, but only online or through the app. Wings Over Greenville, the wings that make every game day even better. Order now and save. Use the code PIRATE25. Only at Wings Over Greenville.
Enjoy the warm air, circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you ready and pre-approved? If the home you want to purchase comes for sale today, Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. Call them today at 252-714-2076. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting Pirates. And Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes. Intern Will, a.k.a. Billy Flows. Chandler Honeycutt here. We'll welcome in Phil Harris from J.H. Rose, brought the wrestling program back to the Rampants, and we talked to him before it got going, and now we'll kind of do a recap on it. But Phil, welcome back. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate it.
And as a Conley guy, I will say that coat does pop. That's a good-looking jacket.
Well, this is one of the things we got this year for the kids. We raised money, and we didn't get these until about towards the end of the wrestling season. It took some time, but it's our warm-up tops and bottoms. So.
Well, it looks good. That's the thing about bringing a program back, kind of starting it. You got to get all the gear and stuff, right?
You do. We still have some more stuff to get, but we're trying to do it the right way. But thank you, yeah.
How'd you feel about year one bringing it back, Phil?
We had high expectations, and we didn't know what to think, but we had hopes, and I wrote some data down before, in prep of coming in here and talking about it. But our overall record, we finished with to being 13-8, so we had a winning record. That was one of our before season goals. It's funny, one of our goals coming into this season was to win a match. So we won 13, so that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
The way wrestling works, after the season you have a regional tournament and then you go to the states, and there's 14 weight classes, and of the 14 weight classes, we had 7 of our kids qualify for regionals. So to qualify for regionals, you have to have about a 500 record. So that was pretty good for a first-year program. Of the 14 starters that we typically brought onto the mat, only 3 of them were seniors. So we had 11 underclassmen. And for me as a coach, that says, hey, you're going to be good for the future. And then the big tale, and I think I talked about it when I came last time, is how much interest were we going to have in the program. And I think we blew that out of the water. We actually had 43 kids that actually showed interest. They took the hydration test. We probably ended the season with about 35 kids. I'm working now with Billy Parker with Parker's Barbecue to have our end of season banquet, and we've got about 30 kids that are coming, 5 coaches and their families. And I called them the other day. We're up to about 90 people that are going to go. Wow. So I need to check back with Billy to make sure he knows what's coming. But the interest is there, so we're really excited about that. I think.
And you're seeing interest from the wrestlers you had this year for coming back next year?
Oh yes, I expect the 11 that were on the mat for us that weren't seniors to be back certainly, and. We tried to bring the freshmen, the sophomores. We tried to bring everybody along, not lose anybody, and that was the big thing in having some winnable matches. It's a toss-up because you want to wrestle tough competition, but you don't want to go 0-20. Yeah. You've got success breeds success, so we wanted to have some winnable matches.
I was going to say that, I guess it's fair to say that wrestling at J.H. Rose is here to stay for the foreseeable future.
It is, and I'm glad that you went there because I've got a couple really exciting things. You know, we're always, the way I talk to my coaches, if we're either going forward or you're going backwards. So I'm always looking, okay, how do we move the needle? So there's two things that is really exciting for us. During the season, we got to talking to EBA Cock, one of our middle school programs, middle schools. And a little backstory that Chicad, Whitfield, and Welcome all have middle school wrestling programs. Greenville Rose High School did not have a middle school wrestling program that would feed us. You know, it's a lot different when you have a freshman come in that's never wrestled, or versus a sixth grader that started in middle school and now they've got 3 years under their belt when they come to high school. Well, they're going to start a wrestling program, EBA Cock. And it's awesome. all the planets aligned. And I got to do a shout out to Principal Sam Lee, the AD over there, Bobby Griffin, and then Luann Warren, the assistant AD. We've been talking with them. The big thing is, the big purchase is a wrestling mat. So so they're going to have a wrestling program. We hope that Epps, I think the plan is that the kids at Epps that want to wrestle will also wrestle with the ACOC kids starting out. And that's how they did with the other three middle schools, and then eventually all three of the middle schools had their own programs. The other big thing to announce, and as far as moving the needle, I've been talking a lot with Coach Bieber. He's the East Carolina University wrestling coach, and it's a partnership with them, but they're going to start practicing at Rose High on our mats some Fridays. In fact, they're coming in March for back-to-back practices, and our kids won't wrestle with them, but they'll be able to come in and see how a college practice happens. And just doing that type of outreach with we're proud to be working with them on that. So we're really excited about that. So
you've got the funnel system in, and then, what happens after high school wrestling. And it's all kind of coming together.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
We're trying to do it in all directions.
Yeah. Talking to Phil Harris here, joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Chandler mentioned your cousin, you said?
Redmond.
Yeah, state championship. How about individual accomplishments? Who were your guys this year?
TK, Trayshawn Knight. He was a ninth grader that really he had our best record on the team. He was one of the kids that went to regionals. Ironically, he came. We're open enrollment at Rose, and he wrestled middle school. I think it was A.G. Cox. And so it shows how a middle school program can help a kid coming in as a ninth grade be successful. On
that note, real quick, Coach, how many guys wrestled for the first time this year, and how many guys did you have wrestle previously?
I would say we had maybe 5 to 6 kids that had wrestled previously.
Okay.
The other kids. It was their first time.
Ground floor, yeah.
Yeah, it was their first time. Kobe Dawson, the second part of the year he wrestled for us at 106. Kobe maybe ended up 17-6. He was a 10th grader, and I don't believe Kobe had ever wrestled before, but a big shout out to the kids to even come out for the sport, knowing that they were going to wrestle kids that had 3 and 4 years of experience, I mentioned that one of our coaches, Coach Leeds, Brandon Leeds, he was the last state champ that Rose High had, and he was an alpha. I mean, he knows all the moves, and the kids just really gravitated to him, and we're excited. He's going to be back with us next year. We're really, because last year, if you recall when we talked, our wrestling room was still getting put together.
Yeah.
Well, our wrestling room is put together. I think we still need another wrestling mat so we can have wall-to-wall mats. But this summer, and I think the boosters are going to help us with that, but this summer we're going to be able to have workouts with our kids, voluntary, and we're going to be able to run outside. And, I mean, we're going to come into next year with a lot of kids that are back that have that experience. And, we'll be in our second year of our program, so we'll still have those struggles, but we're going to be. I expect us to be better.
What did you learn from your first year with the program?
That's a great question. I wrote some of those notes, and I was talking to Coach Penhollow over at Washington. They have a great program. That's where I learned wrestling growing up. But we've got to continue to wrestle teams that we have a chance to beat. If I'm being very truthful, but we've got to extend ourselves. We've got to wrestle tougher competition.
Get out of your comfort zone.
That's right. We do, and that, we preach that the whole year to our kids. Wrestling's not I call it a sweet sport. It's not a sweet sport. It's physical and it's tough, and you're gonna be sore. We just and that just comes with more and more wrestling. So we're going to try to be more physical, more tough. We're going to work on that through the summer. This first year, we kind of were waiting for our football kids to come to us before we really had scheduled more matches. Well, we didn't know that we were. We went into the playoffs not a high seed. I think we were the third lowest seed, and we ended up. I think it was Northern Nash that we beat in the first round, if I remember. But we ended up going a whole month of football. So I waited a whole month for the football kids. So one thing we'll do different next year is we're going to try to go to more individual wrestling tournaments early in the season. We'll also have more wrestling matches earlier in the season. Like I said, we're going to train more during the summer. So all those things.
I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to the amateur wrestling. How do you turn an individual sport like that kind of into a team sport? How do you, because it's just one guy on the mat facing another guy. How do you rally everybody kind of together so it is the Rose wrestling team rather than just individuals?
Yeah, that's a great question, Cliff. Well, we talk about it's both an individual and a team sport, and right or wrong, about the time our team, our conference tournament ended, I went to the kids. I said, "Okay, guys, we are transitioning now from a team sport into an individual sport.
Right.
It's how far can Colby or TK or some of these guys." Go into the state tournament. That's the goal. And now 5 years from now, if you were to have a conversation with me, where I hope we are, is that we can actually compete for a team championship at regionals. They crown a regional team champion. That being our first year, I knew that wasn't what our goal was, but maybe an individual could get on a run and make it to the state tournament.
Yeah.
But we impart how important it is to have a winning record, how important it is to support your other teammates and make each other better. That's how we're going to make each other better, is wrestling.
Did you see the wrestlers that have been wrestling before kind of help out the wrestlers that maybe have been in their first year wrestling?
Yes. We did, especially a couple of my seniors. Logan DeVizio, he was a senior, but he had some previous wrestling knowledge, so he was able to help some of the heavier weight kids. And then of course I go back to our coaches. We had both Brody Moore and Brandon Leitz, who had wrestled both in college. So they were able to impart that knowledge as well, and we had enough coaches that we tried to make sure everybody was getting understanding the moves, because your second string may be your first string, and sometimes you got to juggle weight classes. We did not want to forfeit a weight class, because that's how you lose matches, if you give points away.
You brought up the great coaching you've had on staff and yourself, but so how much is it like every sport has players that are naturally gifted and talented? What's the ratio of kind of, hey, this guy's just got it, he's a wrestler, versus guys that need to learn the technique and everything? How important is the technique part of it?
Great question. There are a few that come around and they're naturals.
They just get it. Yeah.
I may have talked about it before, but my first wrestling match as a high school wrestler in Washington, and I was a 10th grader. I had middle school, but it was Mike Stokes. You may not know Mike Stokes or heard of him. He was 3-time state champ at Tarboro.
And that was the guy you're facing?
Yeah. Now he didn't pin me.
Okay.
But he back then there wasn't a 15-point rule, and I was shell shocked. But I decided I think he beat me 27-3. but he didn't pin me.
Yeah.
But and he ended up going to wrestle at NC State, which is a huge wrestling program. But back being from Tarboro, he probably was one of those gifted ones.
Right.
I will tell you to the other extent, they are kids. I tell folks that wrestling is the sport. If you can't find a sport, come try wrestling, because if you put enough work and enough drills and just you think and you keep at it, good things are going to happen. Because it really, lots of times it boils down to kids that know the moves. And many times in my career, I beat kids that if I saw them in the back alley, they'd have beat me up.
Right.
But I knew stuff that they didn't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, good stuff. Talking to Phil Harris today. A lot of these sports now are year-round. How about wrestling? Are there kind of like club teams? Like, what can your guys do off-season to kind of keep in shape and get ready for the next season?
Well, that's a great question. Again, there are club teams. In fact, we're talking about doing something like that for the summer.
Yeah.
Maybe not for our high school kids, but for a younger group of kids.
Sure.
I'm talking with one of my assistants about that. We have a lot of multi-sport athletes, as you know. A lot of the kids that we had are now working with our offensive line coach, getting ready for football season. I will be transitioning some of my time to the wide receivers. You know, drilling them, and we encourage that. I tell all the football players, definitely go and have a great season, and then come on to wrestling. But it is a full-time sport for those that don't have a second sport.
And speaking of football, you said you didn't know at what point of the season you joined us previously, but I think it was before you guys went on that great playoff run. So kind of a weird year. We talked to Jim Szoke earlier from the Panthers and Pirates, and the Panthers had a season where they looked terrible and kind of found their way at the end of the year. The Pirates certainly did. Great second half of the season. And then J.H. Rose said, you know what, we'll just flip the switch when the playoffs come. And y'all went on your run. It was awesome. But how about your football season? And like you said, it'll be here. Another one will be here before you know it.
It will be. And I know our offensive linemen are already meeting and getting together. Yeah, last year was magical. I will tell you, and I may have said it when I was here. I think the one thing I would say about just Rose football and our kids in general, we're dangerous in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. It's we have a good short memory. We had a lot of key seniors. We're not short on athletes. And that goes as far as football, basketball, wrestling. We have baseball. We have the athletes, but we put it together, and you win one, and we didn't mind traveling too, traveling because we all four of our games were away. Mm-hmm. We're going to get, like I said, our offensive line's already looking at film. We're going to get started here. We expect some good things this year. So I know Coach Bland knows a whole lot more about it than I do, but. Again, we'll have a lot of great athletes, and we're excited.
Phil Harris joining us. Coach, anything else you want to get out to the public today?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Just mention a couple things. I want to acknowledge, as I should, our AD, Clay Medlin. He's been a huge supporter of our program. Of course, they beat a good Hogger team last night in baseball, so he started baseball now, but a big shout-out to Clay. He's always been very supportive. Our booster club, they came through for us last year. We're still a young program, so we need more mats and any donors. We had a lot of folks give us donations. We're still in need of that, so any help there. And clip I also want to thank Pirate Radio. Y'all been super. I appreciate the opportunity to come in and share wrestling in the community and with y'all. And I want to make sure I mention my wife Caroline. It's her birthday Saturday.
Oh man!
So happy birthday, Caroline.
Happy birthday to Caroline.
Happy birthday, Caroline.
I've known her a long time. growing up with her and the Cook family, good folks. So hope Mr. Tommy's doing all right. Saw him a couple of weekends ago, and he's getting around pretty good. And he's probably at the ball game right now, right?
He is. I think we're going to the beach this weekend, and we're going to have a big celebration.
Good stuff.
Phil, thank you, man. And anytime you got more stuff to let us know about the wrestling program, please come on, and we'll get you on to talk some football if Will declines an interview. Will likes to talk, so he'll join us, but we'll talk some football with you later.
I love it. No worries. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank
all
you,
right,
Phil.
There's Phil Harris, J.H. Rose Rampants. We'll take a break, come back, get our Fleet Feet rundown, and give you an update on what's going on out at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Back with you after this.
Cold weather is here, and some families in our area need help to stay warm. Greenville Utilities' Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their heating costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor stay warm this winter with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. For more information, call 752-7166 or visit GUC.com.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa invites you to experience the magic of self-care with treatments that enhance your natural beauty. From Botox to fillers, skincare, and more, this is your time to be celebrated. For the month of February, we are featuring our Skin Better Alpha-Rit 30 treatment with 20% savings, a no-downtime treatment, revealing a more radiant, rejuvenated skin. Your lips, but better? Ever curious about lip filler? This is your sign to jump on our exclusive offer for the month. Visit Beauty Bar Medi Spa at 1021 Red Banks Road, Greenville. Call us or visit beautybarmedispa.com for details. Celebrate you at Beauty Bar Medispa.
Looking for the best craft beers, wine, and mead in Greenville? Visit Tub Thumpers Beverage House at 623 Red Banks Road. They're your one-stop shop for a unique selection of local brews, fine wines, and handcrafted meads. They also have your favorite domestic beers at great prices. Whether you're stocking up for a special occasion or just exploring new flavors, they've got something for every taste. With expert advice and great prices, Tub Thumpers is the place to find the perfect drink for any occasion. Stop by Tub Thumpers Beverage House today, where your next favorite drink is waiting.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $11.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates! UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Pirate Radio.
Actual pirate?
Obviously. Duh. The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tub Thumpers Beverage House is located at 623 Red Banks Road in Arlington Village, and it's your one-stop shop for a unique selection of local brews, fine wines, and handcrafted meat. Tub Thumpers is your place to find the perfect drink for any occasion. Tub Thumpers, where your next favorite drink is waiting. And Caleb Stroud of Stroud's Marine grew up on the water and has loved boating his entire life, and that's why in 2012 he decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. Their mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, 2-out single for the Monarchs. In the 7th inning, it is 5-2 Pirates with the lead. The Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Let's get our Fleet Feet rundown. A-Harp. Man, hadn't seen Twin in a while.
Well, he's right there.
Oh, what's up, A-Harp?
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
Alex, before you leave,
he's gone.
He runs out so fast.
I know. As soon as he says, they run for you.
He starts running.
And he starts running.
In his Fleet Feet.
Yes. But being serious, I have not seen Twin in a long time.
Hey, thank you for being serious.
Type.
I'm away from the mic. Talk.
But no, I miss Alex Harper because he has a new job, new friends. And
that's the part that hurts the most, new friends.
That's what really gets me.
Yeah, I'm a former long snapper.
Yeah, you're a former friend of mine.
I smash anybody's grandma.
Whoa! I bet you're not saying that over there at Channel 9 on your side.
Hey, who took my block?
Hey, man.
Where's my block?
That was I told Will to take it.
Why did you take my block?
Because the phone needed to be.
The block is still there.
The block! Blocked!
The block is still there.
So what am I?
Blocked by James!
You don't need it for the rest of the show, actually.
Yeah.
So you can give him back his block.
Hold on, Chandler.
Give me back my block!
Can you stick this somewhere and I'll see if it'll charge? Just put it.
Plug it into your laptop. It'll charge off your laptop.
Oh, Shirley, ain't you fancy?
I'm fancy, huh?
You fancy, huh? You fancy, huh?
Well, here's your one chance. Don't let me down. You like that one, Chandler?
Your mama's gonna move you uptown. That's what my mama did.
Since you just made me laugh right there, I've got to tell you right now, you made me laugh yesterday.
What did I do?
When Cade Norman said that he had a dream, and you said, "Okay, Junior."
All right, Doc.
All right, Doc.
Speaking of Doc, Shirley, can I hear the call?
Doctor!
Oh, Doctor.
Wait.
Two 12-year-old kids dressed up in oversized suits calling a basketball game like old-timey announcer.
Wait, what?
The guy screamed.
And a chance!
He yelled.
Come on, Eagle Scott.
Well, he's done it.
1.3 to go. Baseball pass. Davies has a chance. That's good. Doctor.
Are you kidding me? Will Davies.
They're going to count it.
Is Doctor a thing?
Crystal Smith shot goes in.
Oh, doctor!
Are you kidding me?
You kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
We're not in overtime. Jamie said, "Stop whining, Clip." Whining is how you get things done. I whined enough to find a solution.
Whining turns into winning.
What's in the? Where's my block?
Where's my block?
What's in the box?
Brad Pitt was whining when his wife's head got chopped off. Spoiler alert.
What's in the box? What's in the
Hey, now don't you go over there looking in that box. Have you seen Seven, Will?
Is that
I
really what
have.
happened?
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
All right, Will's top 5 favorite movies. What do we got?
Oh. I can give you my
Number
shows.
5.
I can't give you movies.
Okay, give me anything you can give me.
All right, shows. Number 1, Breaking
Bad.
Yes. Number 2, The Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Succession. Number 4, Seinfeld.
Okay.
And number 5, The Office.
I'm kind of shocked that Better Call Saul is not on your list.
It's number 6, so, I mean, if that means anything.
Okay. All right, he top 5.
You top 5 for sure.
Top 5 for sure. Have we asked Will, is he going to go blonde if ECU makes the tournament?
I don't think we have.
Will, you going blonde?
Cross that bridge when we get there.
All right, Shirley?
I'll go blonde.
Thank you, Shirley. That's the answer I wanted.
I'll consult.
I'll go blonde. I don't think it's going to look good on me, but I'll go blonde.
Would you say this has been Will's worst day as a Pirate Radio producer?
No. I don't think so.
He's been worse than today?
Shirley, I feel like has another day in mind.
Yeah.
He said, no, there's another one I got for you.
No, I don't think.
Wait, what's he done besides the forgetting to switch the button there? What else has he done?
Camera froze.
What am I supposed to do with a phone battery?
Be looking at the program, making sure everything's running correctly. What?
Is that picture dead?
Oh, no, they hit the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Will, I'm just joshing you, man.
I got you.
Well, you're doing just fine.
Will, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
My expectations are really low. You are way over the bar, man.
Will, you're doing well.
Will, you are the real deal.
The real deal.
Shirley,
top 5, man. That's all I'm going to say.
Your top 5.
Ow, my gosh.
What is the softball score, Shirley?
All right, we're in the top of the 5th inning, and East
wink.
Carolina has really blown the doors open.
Yeah!
4, count them, 4 home runs.
What are you
in
doing?
the same inning. Morgan Johnson, Anna Sawyer, Logan Sutton, and Haley Massaro, all 4 of them went yard. They now lead UNCW 7-2 in the top of the 5th inning.
Nice. Like to hear that.
Give me that wank.
Will, I'm sorry, man. I was just messing with you. Mike P said, Will, I love radio with no sound. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, I mean,
I can guarantee you it will not be the last time.
Okay. I thought you were going to say it won't happen again, but I like you going the other way.
I wish
it will happen again.
Thanks for being honest in advance.
I wish I could say it won't be the last time, but
because you know what? His name isn't won't. His name is will.
Is will.
It will happen.
And when there's a will, there's a will.
Jamie said, "Don't you look at that box, Will. Don't you be looking at the screen now when we're doing the show, Will."
What's in the box?
What's in the Jack Gang?
I feel like our guest he stayed particularly still during the segment, so
okay.
So it took him a minute to realize he was frozen.
We're giving you a pass.
I know, man.
I looked at it.
Like, we've already said you're good.
I know.
You just keep on with the excuses.
No,
It's fine.
I feel like our guest was in.
I feel like he's a robot and that he just stalled.
Catatonic state, and
I feel like he runs off of batteries and his batteries die.
No, that's a common thing. Lots of people are still speakers.
He's
Look
don't.
at me. I'm just sitting here. I'm a still speaker.
People don't know this. Phil Harris is a ventriloquist and doesn't move his mouth when he talks. So I understand why you were confused. All right.
In fact, his wrestlers are puppets.
And he's out there with his hand wrestling guys from
He's making the noises.
Seriously, y'all gotta shut up.
From the Washington Pan Pack. This big giant guy versus Phil's hand puppet.
Oh my God.
So what we're saying is, Will, you're good, man.
Thank you.
All right. We'll do a National Day update and come back and talk college hoops. Because this is a very special day. It is National Letter to an Elder Day.
Letter to an elder?
Yeah. We should send letters to elders.
Do people
They love
still
'em.
write letters?
Yeah, I don't have addresses.
Oops, sorry.
You shut up, Bailey. I'm gonna write you a letter.
No, that was a mistake
A
on my
cease and
part.
desist.
Bailey said, "Sis." Sis.
I'm gonna write him an angry letter to WNCT Channel 9.
I'm going to write one to Alex Harper.
Obviously, writing letters is somewhat of a lost art these days.
My grandma
because
still thinks it's like 1968 and that
Yeah.
you should do things that way.
Can you hand me my calligraphy pen? I have to pen a letter.
This
We
isn't
used
a
to write
letter.
letters all the time, but now it's been relegated to just like birthday cards. Like if I mail a birthday card, I'll write like a short note and then happy birthday.
Shirley, that reminds me of when I mailed you a 4-page letter and I enclosed it with a kiss. Is that Aaliyah?
I believe so.
That might be Aaliyah, John, which gets me fired up for a watch along.
Bricklayers, baby.
4-page, yep, song by Aaliyah. And I
pages.
enclosed it with a kiss.
Not a letter, but my grandparents are currently watching Pirate Radio Live, so shout out to them.
Shout out grandparents.
Hey, your grandson is doing a great job.
Stellar.
That time you couldn't hear and the time the coach froze.
It
It's
wasn't
not your fault.
Yeah.
My grandma.
You weren't imagining things. That really happened.
My grandma likes to tell me when she can't hear us. So the few times where there has been no sound, I've heard about it because my grandma sent me a text.
Thank you, Grandma.
Have you gotten one today?
I did. Actually,
Ah.
I didn't see it when there was no sound, but when we went to break and I checked my phone, I saw a text from my grandmother that simply said, verbatim, no sound.
I'll say this about Will.
Honey, I can't hear you.
What he lacks in producing talent, he makes up for in being a nice young man. Very polite. Easy to get along with. So I can tell you're well-raised. And I'm not doing a great job of this. It's National Set a Good Example Day. I feel like I should be nicer to people. Like Will. It is National Tell a Fairy Tale Day.
Haven't heard one of those in a while.
A long, long time ago, there was a producer named Will.
Once upon a time,
And there was
in a
one
land
time
far, far away,
that the listeners could not hear what they were saying.
A coach came in and froze.
a tree fell in the forest
The
and no
ol-
one heard it.
The only thing that could wake up Phil Harris would be the kiss from a princess. It is National Pistachio Day. How do y'all feel about pistachios?
Not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, and they're expensive too, right? Like when you look at nuts, comparing them to other nuts.
Yeah, everybody wants to talk about gas and eggs.
Right.
Nuts are
Let's
expensive.
talk about pistachios. The prices are going up.
I mean, a lot of the nuts are expensive.
That's nuts.
This is a Will's grandparents segment, but my grandpa is a big pistachios fan.
Shout out, Grandpa.
I love some pecans,
Hey,
though.
you might as well give us their names. What's their names?
Marvin and Nancy.
Marvin and Nancy.
They are the most grandparent names I've ever heard.
Yeah.
All I could think about as soon as you said Marvin was Marvin the Martian.
He was, I don't know if he
Marvin
still
the
is.
Martian.
He has a shirt of the Marvin the Martian.
Do you ever walk in when your grandpa is hungry and you tell your grandma, I'm starving like Marvin, girl? Boy, I'm glad Shirley laughed at that because Chandler, you looked at me in disgust.
Is that a reference to something, or was that just
Some rap song. Starving like Marvin, girl. Let's see what it is. Starving like Marvin, girl. That would be Shake Your Tail Feather.
Oh, I've heard that song.
By Nelly and Murphy Lee.
I was going to say
no.
Murphy Lee
Oh,
and
no.
P. Diddy.
Oh,
P. Diddy.
don't say
I
that.
got canceled.
No.
I didn't know Diddy was in it.
Yep,
I remember.
he's in the very beginning of it, actually. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Off the Bad Boys soundtrack.
I'm canceled. I'm a bad boy.
Sorry you had to hear that, Marvin and Nancy.
I'm looking for my defibrillator.
Marvin the Martian?
Yes.
Famous Marvins. Marvin Harrison. Marvin Williams.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Famous Nancy's. Nancy
Marvin
Reagan.
the Martian.
Nancy Kerrigan. Nancy Pelosi.
Yes.
Nancy Reagan.
I already said her.
Oh, sorry.
Nancy
Drew.
Nancy Kerrigan?
I already said
no,
that.
No. What is Nancy?
Nancy.
No,
Nancy.
Joe from Facts of Life. Nancy.
Schmancy.
No, what is her
Nancy Lieberman Klein. Is that a person?
Yes.
Nancy.
Basketball?
Oh, my. Marvin.
We're not doing Marvin's.
I had a Marvin.
McKeon. Nancy McKeon. That's who I was thinking of. She
Nancy
played.
Lee? Is Nancy Lee a person?
No.
Sounds like a food product.
Nancy Lee.
Marvin names are done and dusted.
Done and dusted.
Hey, Zach.
This is what
Hey, Zach.
I'm embarrassed that your grandparents are listening to the show.
That's a great question, man. Cliff, this is what a good host does. Cliff, why Cliff makes the big bucks. He's
Cut
the
it,
king of
Nathan.
Greenville. This is why, right here, right?
This is a bad example of that.
That's not a good way to treat your listeners.
I know, you're right.
We're treating Marvin and Nancy bad.
I want to hear that whole call.
Which
Why
one?
did he say that wasn't a good way?
That's not a good way to treat your listeners.
I can't remember.
You are arguing with him about something.
Yeah.
I'm sure you said something smart, you smarty pants.
But it wasn't a good way to treat your listeners. I need to go back and.
That's not a good way to treat your listeners.
You could hear the voice. You could hear the hurt in his voice. He was so hurt. I don't know what you said to him, but buddy, he was hurt. Let's play it again, Shirley.
Oh.
Hear the pain.
One moment, please.
That's not a good way to treat your listeners.
It sounds like he's about to cry.
Marvin and Nancy, I will never treat you that way.
Please call in and air your underwear.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to treat your host.
All right.
You are terrible. And stop playing that song.
So glad I got that on video.
Great moments.
Still one of my favorites.
And 213 history.
By the way,
BT Dub.
Breaking news.
What?
Clip and Sean back together in Section 213 on Sunday.
Doing celebrations, coordinated dances.
It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is going to come. Oh, yes, it will.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. And, hey, one thing about Nancy and Marvin's grandson, he knows ball. Did the Pirates just play 2 runs?
You know ball.
He just got another text from the grandparents.
Oh, no. What does it say?
From my grandfather. 3 words. He's a man of little words. Made our day.
Made their day.
We're making days.
We're making days. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Where are they living?
A small town called Monroe, North Carolina. Right outside Charlotte.
Okay.
My nieces live there. Both my nieces.
I got an ex-wife from Monroe.
You have an ex-wife?
No, it's a country song. It's not, but Chandler can make it into one.
Name of Monroe. Kevin.
Rodney. All right, we're back with some college hoops talk. I went to go take my headphones off. Back with you after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get fucked up. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
This is Holton Ahlers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holton Ahlers Show.
Craving a delicious burger and a great deal? Then head on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Every Monday, shake things up with $5 hand-shaking cocktails. On Rough Draft Tuesday, enjoy Talls for Smalls, where bigger drinks are the same price as the smalls. It's Whiny Wednesday with $3 pours of barefoot wine. Then on Salty Thursdays, sip on a $4 house margarita. And don't miss Bloody Sunday. Enjoy brunch and $5 house Bloody Marys.
And this just in at Bad Daddy's, mention Pirate Radio for 15% off your meal.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Great food, amazing deals, and a whole lot of flavor.
I'm here with Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Pools. Jamie, what's new?
For starters, we're building our new building out at 5019 Highway 43 South. We've also put together a 10-day pool package.
A 10-day pool package? What does that mean?
Well, people think pools take a long time, but with this package, we break ground and have you swimming in 10 days. Go to CarolinaHardscapesandPools.com or by calling 364-1201. You can stop by our office on Fire Tower Road. We can make your backyard dreams into a reality with landscaping, patios, fireplaces, and outdoor kitchens.
Carolina Hardscapes and Pools.
Enjoy the outdoors.
Ready for a home makeover? Bostic Sugg Furniture's new and now collection has the freshest styles you've been dreaming of. Store-wide savings on fashion-forward looks and styles for your living room, dining room, and bedroom. Hundreds of items in stock. Or let our team help you build a custom piece just for you. Plus, 6 months special financing and local delivery for just $19.37. Sleep better with over 30 models of brand-name mattresses to choose from and up to 48 months special financing. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
What's the best bit about being a pirate?
Pirate Radio.
I suggested it might be the looting. Whereas I contend it's the shiny cutlasses.
And I thought it was a chance to catch exotic diseases.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. You can stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back into PRL, and Clip, I do have an update for softball. UNCW has put a couple of runs on the board. It's now 7-5 East Carolina in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Just saw something in the baseball game. We got a strikeout. Who's pitching, Chandler?
That would be Ethan Young.
Ethan Young with a nasty one in the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher throws to first, and Irby uses the orange bag because you can do that on a ball that gets away from the catcher on a third strike. You cannot do that legally with the fair ground ball.
Yeah.
So just saw that orange bag being used. Something new in college baseball. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on tonight in college basketball. For you scoreboard watchers, as far as the AAC goes and East Carolina's standing in the conference, we are rooting for the Charlotte 49ers when they go to Tulane. Tulane, a 7.5-point favorite tonight. At home, we need Tulane to lose.
Come on, Charlotte.
And I guess FAU is playing tomorrow night. They are, home against North Texas. So North Texas is a good team. We'll be rooting for the Mean Green in that one.
Sorry to switch gears here, but mentioning Charlotte, did you mention Biff Poggi?
Nope.
Got some news the other day. Biff Poggi is all in at Michigan. Has been named the associate head coach for the Wolverines.
The old Biffer. I'll tell you what, no offense.
No offense.
But if Michigan plays Clemson, I got to take the Wolverines. Mike Houston just can't beat the Biffer.
Yeah.
Proof is in the pudding.
That
pudding, that pudding is not good. I don't want to eat that pudding. What happened here? We got a throw over to first. Runner is...
Oh, he didn't use the orange bag.
Oh, my God. Baseball is so stupid. Are they going to review this? Runner, a ground ball to short. Runner is safe technically.
Tag him!
Because he touched the bag before the throw. But he touched the white bag, not the orange bag. He then runs back to the bag. This is stupid. I don't like this. All right. Will, top 25 action tonight. We'll be watching some hoops at overtime. Sparty versus Maryland in College Park. I'm taking the Terps.
I don't know. It was kind of like what I said yesterday. I've seen them play well against very good teams and play bad against bad teams.
Okay.
So I don't.
So we're taking the Terps.
For today, yeah, I guess I'll take Maryland, but I don't like betting against Izzo in the second part of the year, in the second part of conference.
System play, Oklahoma unranked is a favorite against ranked Kentucky. Take the Sooners. Although the system has not been great. What do you think about Kentucky at Oklahoma tonight?
Yeah, that's not bad. That's similar to the Florida and Georgia from last night. Home underdogs?
And nothing else really standing out to me. Any games you're looking at?
BYU, Arizona State. BYU's coming off of 2 big wins.
They are ranked 25th in the country.
Yeah, they just got ranked, so they're going to try not to, go unranked. And then Utah just fired their head coach. They face Arizona, who's coming off a loss to BYU. So those are 2 games in the Big 12 that I like. And then, of course, my Buckeyes out west. If they want any hope at even having a shot to make the tournament, they have to beat USC.
Jamie's Indiana Hoosiers have been winning some games. They got Penn State tonight at 8:30. He is ready for that one. All right, we need to take our final break. We'll come back and wrap it up here on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live after this.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gakwe, and our mission at Michaels & Gakwe is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gakwe are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and of course, all your favorites: flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Hi, Pirates. This is Holton Ahlers. As I enter in a new season of life, it is still important to have a great team behind me. Whether you're going away to school for the first time, getting married, starting a family, or planning for your golden years, the choices can seem overwhelming and confusing. Let the team at Buck Insurance Agency make it easy as you enter into your next season. They have been helping people just like us for over 30 years. Give the Buck Insurance Agency a call today at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a mixed day for the stock market again today. The Dow was down 188 points at 43,433. The NASDAQ was up 48 points, however, at 19,075, and the S&P was up 0.8 of a point and closed at 5,956. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All right, wrapping it up here on a Wednesday. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I had fun today.
By the time we go to sleep tonight, we will have a official call.
Way this is.
It is, because Name Redacted just tweeted out that this is the longest unnecessary review of all time.
I told you at the time how stupid this is.
This is crazy.
I did not know we'd be here 7 minutes later. Up here they come. And
now let's meet. They're like, let's meet.
All right. When we come on the air Thursday at 3, we'll tell you what happened on this play. For Shirley, William, Jonathan, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio.